live with the Atlanta Venom and the East Georgia Hurricanes. Yes, we're in for a fight tonight between the Venom Snakes of Atlanta heading over to play here playing against the East Georgia Hurricanes out of Augusta, Georgia. Should be a fun night. Glad you could all join us. Hopefully the Wi-Fi service will last a little bit long. We'll see how long it lasts. If not, we'll have it tape delayed and come back. We're up for the coin toss. As you can see in the background, the East Georgia Hurricanes have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18 players on their squad. It's going to be a long night for the Hurricanes. With no further ado, we want to introduce our spotlight host of the night. We got a co-anchor. Coach Collins was not able to do it, so I brought back a gentleman that I've known for 20 plus years. Wanted to bring in a gentleman that's got knowledge of football that's greater than I'd ever hoped to do. As we see, the coin toss was out there. They went ahead and said we're going to receive the ball and going to get some offenses started for the Venom, which is great. They'll be kicking off left to right from the screen, or from right to left to the screen, meaning the East Georgia Hurricanes. With no further ado, want to say, David Hughes, glad to have you with us.
Great to be here, Bo. This is my first experience getting to watch the Atlanta Venom, and I'm excited. I'm looking out there. I'm a former football coach, and I'm looking at some athletes that I sure would like to have on my team.
Wow, and they probably, at one point in their life, they were on one team or another. You'd be amazed at what creeps across and who actually joins in. You're like, hey, I didn't know they were a part of that or not. That's very interesting to see the pedigree of players that played high school ball in the local Atlanta area, but also that went on to the next level and then came back and said, hey, I'm going to continue to start playing football. This being the World Developmental Football League, they have that opportunity not only to use this as a stepping stone to a collegiate background, but also a stepping stone to a high school, a professional, but also overseas or Canadian based. You'd be amazed of actually what is able to actually get out there and produce it. So got David Hughes pedigree, several opportunities as defensive coordinators throughout the state of Georgia. We were the defensive coordinator at Lovejoy High School for many years, also at Rockdale High School, also at
I've been in Alabama at Galesville High School.
You were youngin' on that one.
I was a youngin'?
Yes.
That's about it.
That's about it. All right. Well, I'm glad that you were able to join us right here. Now, a little history on Coach Hughes. I'll call him Coach Hughes. I'll probably come out and say David eventually, just on my brain. Now, David was one of the first, when I was a brand new coach, he was coach with me. Back in the day, back in 1998, so many moons ago in that situation. So it's very nice to have him with us and join us here tonight.
Tell any of those stories.
No, people will be clicking off.
On the air, right?
Yeah, we are on the air. We'll be clicking off. David told me this wonderful story. He'd always tell me the best time to go to the dentist, and I'd really never understood that, and I've used it since he told me, him being a math teacher that he is, the education that he holds of being a math teacher. He'd always tell me logical numbers, and he always said the best time to go to the dentist is
2:30.
2:30 is the best time. All right, let's get this party started. We got to kick off. The Hurricanes are in the orange with black pants. The Venom in that nice neon yellow with the yellow and gray helmets. They'll be kicking off. That means that if we make it to halftime, it will be the Hurricanes ball. So usually we see this deferred. I will talk a little bit about the Venom's first victory last week in a game against the Georgia Falcons. The Georgia Falcons. So it was it was one of the one, Coach, you'd be sick. That's all I can say. It was a rough how it all played out. So, but we'll definitely look like we'll have some time to be able to do that. I see your motioning and wondering why they're not starting on the 40.
Well, I'm looking at their feet over the line there, hoping they're not going to be called offside.
And the kick picks up on the 30, makes it up the field. all the way back to the 45. Looks like it was number, if I'm not mistaken, number 5.
Number 5, that'd be Isaiah Jupiter. If that's up.
Yep, that was that one. It's green. Look at you, and you're so funny on that part. Yeah, I'll say that. It's green.
Okay.
It's green on that part. So we're going to look like the Venom's going to start first and 10. Ball right at the 45.
Oh, I can't wait, Bo. I'm anxiously waiting to see what we got here.
Well, you get certain ones now. You got to wonder where the Hurricanes are going. I know they haven't spotted the ball yet, but hopefully they will at this point. All right. Talk to me about the formations there, Coach.
Like spreading them out. Doubles on each side. Shotgun with a pistol. Oh, he's stepping up. Looks like yep, we might have an offsides and a bad snap all at the same time.
Able to complete the pass for a no gain on the play. Quarterback Spencer was able to throw and catch, looks like with number 14, if I'm not mistaken. We do despise these jerseys. They are sharp looking, but the gray and the green makes me want to find a puppy and possibly kick it. I'm just saying, based on my lack of energy level tonight, that is rough. I would never kick a puppy, only tickle its belly. I would only tickle its belly, I promise. No PETA attacks here, please. Second down, and it looks like they're going to say that he lost 3 on the play. Second down and 13 for the Venom.
Going back to that doubles look with a shotgun.
What kind of defense is the Hurricanes running?
Looking like a 4-3 with 2 deep sets.
Toss pitch right there. Oh,
Field,
trying to gain some.
Going to lose some yardage there, bro.
Yeah.
Number 9 on the carry, that was Antonio Beard.
The old, I hope to lose ground to gain ground is not the case right now. A nightmare for any type of offensive coach, a giggle for the defensive coach. As soon as he turns, and as long as you got defensive players staying at home and able to cover left to right and go downhill, it's good to go.
That's a hard thing to teach, and especially early in the ball game like that. They like to pursue and make the tackle.
Well, they got energy. You got energy. You got a bunch of power pellets out there chasing ghosts at that point. And in that fact, you lost 10 yards on that play. It's going to be a long third down. Looks like we have no yard markers, so I'm going to use my brain and keep it up this third down. It is definitely a smaller environment tonight than we've normally seen.
Going back to that doubles gun look. They're in a little bit of a deeper 4-3 look. Anticipating pass. Got a little quick pass out here. Getting up the sidelines, making some yards.
Looks like it was number 14 for the Venom.
That'd be Dennis Trotter.
Dennis Trotter gained about 10 yards, maybe be able to get back to the line of scrimmage where we started. So it's going to be 4th down and 10 to be able to start that. A little summary after the change of possession here. We will give a little summary of last week's game against the Falcons and how they were able to get their first victory of the year, the Atlanta Venom. It's 4th down and 10.
Got a little confusion. Looks like they're lining up to go for it. I think they're 1 man short. Drop back pass.
Little scramble action, tossing it deep.
Oh!
They're going to throw a flag. No good. I like the refs when they're able to keep those hankies in their pocket. Change over on down. They'll actually, the Hurricanes are going to start in good field position inside Venom territory at the 45 going in. We'll see if they have any energy with that. With that in mind, we'll take a break and we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back to action here. 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes. David Hughes on the mic with me, myself, and I. 3 people inside my head, and just happy to be here on a Saturday. I'm Bo McMichael. This is Score Sports. We're here watching Atlanta Venom on WDFL Saturday night.
Canes look like they're coming out in a doubles gun look too. Oh, got a little offsides on the corner.
I think he had something on his
often.
chin. I think he had something on his chin. He was wiping his chin. That's all he was doing. He was saying, hey, we got a little mustard there. You look like you had one of those grilled hot dogs at the concession stand, aka the Venom vendors are pulling off over there. I would hope that they would have snake burgers, but you wouldn't want that. So, all right.
Yeah, you don't often see your corner offside.
No,
We're pressed up.
Yes, they're trying to jam and make sure they don't get off. They know something we don't know.
One safety look, maybe a man look. They're dropping back now, so we're into a 3 deep look. Safety over the top. There it goes, interception.
Pick off right around the 14-yard line. Momentum's going to get him on the 15. Looks like it was if I'm not mistaken, number 8.
Number 8, Jamari Gordon. Good job on his. Out of that safety, man. He stayed over the top and tried to get them going after that loss of turnover on down, trying to go deep early.
Looks like we got an injured player on the field. He was able to get off the sideline. Looked like number 5 for the Venom on defense.
Tion Green?
I would say it looked like it was Tion Green. Looked like he either separated his shoulder, hurt his wrist based on what the trainers are looking at right now. Glad to have you with us tonight. Well, curious to see how long it lasts. Worried about the power issue that's existing here at this stadium. So you stay with us, we'll stay with you, and if not, we'll throw a tape delay once we get knocked off.
We're back into that double gun look out of bounds, and there's another offside.
We're going to have the Whitecap call a call. And, oh, yeah, there he is. He was hiding. He's always on the gold line. He said offsides on the Hurricanes.
They're excited to be here.
They are.
We're trying to jump them guns.
I tell you, 1st and 5, best gain of the night for the Venom. Didn't have a chance to much talk about the offense for the Hurricanes. Back in the action for the Venom.
Stacked them up on the outside, threw a little quick pass, good blocking up front. Making a few yards there, Bo.
Yeah, and it looks like almost enough to get a first down. First down of the night here, all the way up to the 29-yard line for the Venom. They look like they're in a hurry up. They're going to press this low-ended or low-manned Hurricane squad.
There's another offside. He nearly took the snap.
He did. I think he grabbed that backhand.
I like that kind of speed, though, Bo. That's
He swam past that old lineman, didn't know what happened to it. Where did he go? Where did who go? I have not seen Hugo Weary in quite a while.
There's a bogey coming down the right side.
Yes, that's about all I can say at this point. Oh, another 5 yards. Going to start 1st down and 5 again for the Venom.
Hey, I know it's a defensive coach. 1st and 5's hard to defend.
Oh, it is. and the nice thing is they did something to get them another 1st down. They weren't trying to throw it deep. They didn't try to scatter and lose that 5. They were actually able to progress and be a very positive gain by that quick screen.
Now we're back to that true double gun look. We got a flag on the play.
Legal procedure. Let's see what the cap has to say.
It's going to be encroachment on the defense.
It's going to be an automatic 1st down. Let's see what he says here.
They'll probably let the play stand.
Offsides. Let him keep his yards. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'd keep them yards. We've got East Georgia here. They're in that 4-3-2 safety look. Playing a cover 2 right now. Those corners are supporting the run on the outside. He cut up underneath that corner. So if they can get on that edge, Bo, they can make some yardage.
And it's always about that next level. Once they get past that first and get on to the linebackers and the DBs, if they're able to push them in and take it to the next and get past that linebacker group. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, second 1st down of the night for the Venom. Gotta have somewhat of a drive going on.
They're emptying the box right here, East Georgia. That's a run for sure, and they go off the run fake.
A little scramble from Spencer. Gain of 1 yard. They're going to jump back on the line. Looks like they're spotting the ball. They're not going to waste for any time here and get right back to the line.
They're giving them only 5 in the box. So they're going to keep it on the ground.
Second down.
Number 9 on
Actually,
carry.
third down. Sorry about that. Third down and 6.
Snapping the ball every about 4 seconds.
That's what it feels like. I'm just lock and load. Ball's on the ground.
Bad snap.
Loss of 5. It's going to be 4th down and 10.
Let's see what they do this time, Bo. Last time they went from here and
It looked like they are going to go for the punting spot. They're going to try to punt them deep. And realistically, if they wouldn't have punted them deep last time, I mean, if they would have punted deep and he would have thrown that, it was an easy, it's a long punt. That interception was down to the 15. Good solid drive for the Venom. 2 first downs in this series, which is not too bad. Able to hold the ball for roughly 4 or 5 minutes. We don't have the clock on the screen tonight. We're sitting there right around the 9-minute mark here in the first quarter with our first punt of the night. We have the old defensive coach doing the count check.
We're still 1 short.
For the Venom?
For the Venom.
For the Venom. Why play with 11? Let's lower it down the odds, play with 10. That could have been what we argued about to begin with.
Yeah, we got the 11th man on the field.
As long as he's not in the grassy knoll, we're good to go. Here we go.
Snap's good. Punt's good. Nice punt.
Able for the return.
Inside the queen.
He reverses his field.
Play. Maybe a clip.
15 to
Good
20.
coverage right there out of number 25.
Definitely good
See
coverage.
those numbers.
It is. It is number 25 for the tackle for the Venom. I'd like to thank our sponsor for the night, LA Fitness. When you think Venom, you think fitness. 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes. They didn't have much to offer the first go around. They were 1 pass and done.
As a defensive coach, Bo, I like field position. And right here we flip the field position. So where they're inside their 20 now, maybe get a turnover right here.
Right.
And I love defenses that score.
Oh, you do. And speaking of that, that's how we got the victory last night, or last Saturday. It was a scoop and score.
That's what I like.
Okay, 65-yard scoop and score. What's going to...
It's winning on defense.
Oh, well, they were losing. We'll put a pin in that and start with that information here in just a minute. I didn't have anybody to share that event with, and oh, it made you sick to your stomach. 1st and 10.
Had a little doubles look going in with a run up the middle.
Like a quick handoff to the halfback.
A little inside zone. Big power. Big power. I like that.
No gain on the play. One thing you're going to see about the Venom, that they're going to bring their defense. But so it was 2-0. Okay, 0-0 at half last week. Georgia Falcons, Atlanta Venom. Okay, 0-0. Second half, the center snaps it over the quarterback's head. Safety. It's 2-0. Okay, Venom. The Falcons have the ball. Minute and change. 56 seconds, realistically, left in the game. The quarterback puts the ball on the ground. Scoop and score, 65-yard touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, it was
On
rough.
that last play, Bo, East Georgia had Eric Kinley, number 10, limp off. So I don't know if that's a key injury or not.
Oh!
Little quick throw out, got deflected and almost picked off. That's what I'm talking about. That turnover inside the 20.
That ball went up in the air, Coach. That ball went up in the air. No instant replay tonight for those people wanting to see that again. I'm manning the cameras tonight. We are low on the totem pole. We're getting close to my high school football season getting started, so camera work is limited. I'm actually working with some trainers right now. We have 4 cameras up here. In fact, only 1 camera is pointing towards the field for you all to view.
Oh, Bo, I used to tell my defensive backs the reason they're called DBs drop balls.
You got that right.
That's why they're not receivers.
Yep. That ball was in the air, and he tried to get his hands on it, which made it even worse.
I wish he got it. I know he does.
They got them spread out here right now. Looks like doubles.
Yep, we've gone back to a 2 safety look here. So they're going verticals, throw underneath.
Good pop. Able to hold on to the ball all the way back to the 25 or into the 25. A gain of about 6 on the play. It's going to be a 4th down and inches. I will say maybe a solid 2 yards on the play. We don't have the sticks out. We have a yellow cone to indicate the yard marker.
I say yard here, Bo. This is a big play. Stay on side.
You're so limited on the amount of. We have 11 players on the field, and I'm counting 5 on the sideline. Not many players. So they're going to go for it here on 4th down. If I've done my math correctly, and it is 4th down.
Fakes the handoff, rolls out, throws it quicker, looks incomplete.
It is incomplete. Change over down. That's what you wanted there, Coach.
That's it. Field possession, get you a turnover, whether it's a takeaway on downs or takeaway by a fumble, interception.
Now you got to figure out if you capitalize it. And I will say this. The Venom have not been able to capitalize it on all year. They have not scored an offensive touchdown all year. We're at week 5 of the WDFL season, okay? First 3 weeks, we got a defensive score, scoop and score, and the next one was the 0 points. But, I mean, we're talking margin of loss is less than a touchdown each week. I mean, we could be talking about a 5-0 team, but we're talking about a 1-4 or a 1-3 team going into their 5th game of the season.
Well, I'm here tonight, Bo.
You lucky man. I tell you one thing, from the defensive perspective, we'll see what they have to offer here. LA Fitness is our sponsor. I'm Bowman Michael with David Hughes, Score Sports, live on Saturday night, Anderson Park.
Got a little bit tighter doubles on the boundary side there.
Oh, he started early.
That 1st and 15 is not a very good way to start.
Every time the Venom gets inside that 30-yard line, I call it snake bitten. Unfortunately, on their own team, they start going backwards. I mean, they did such a great job defensively to stop it, and that sometimes can start animosity between the 2 units when you're trying to give your team an opportunity to score, and you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, momentum's huge too. There they go with a little. Ooh, we got a wide open receiver
straight down.
End zone.
He knows it too. He's shaking his head at it. He's like, I was open, but hey, his demeanor's good. He's handling it, jogging back, getting himself ready.
He made a good little move out here too, though. He almost kind of like a double cut.
All right, do you go back to it?
Not yet. I wouldn't go right back to it because I'm pretty sure that safety now knows that's going to happen. They're in a cover 2 look though, so that's a good weakness over there. Now the safety's wide, so now you need to split them in the middle. Oh yeah, other side. There you go. Oh, ran out of bounds. About the 3, 4.
Good throw and catch all the way down to about the 5-yard line for the Venom. Roughly a 25-yard throw and catch between Spencer and did we get the receiver? The answer is no.
I think he's number 1.
At least in our hearts for right now.
Devontae Miller, maybe.
All right. Let's see if we get our first score of the night.
Oh, snap rolls back.
Ball's on the ground. He's able to recover it all the way back to the 5-yard line.
Wasn't sure if that was a forward pass.
Either that or they found the refs didn't want to call it. Got knocked out of the hand. A little slippery to begin with. When we talk about the World Developmental Football League, we'll have an opportunity here in the first quarter to show a nice little commercial about what they're trying to do here in the United States, but also throughout the world to be actually develop this football in every country within the Eastern and Western Hemisphere. They have leagues that go around year-round, and it's very interesting to see, especially out where the southern teams down here in Georgia, Florida, and South Carolina, how many people are actually still pushing along, doing what they need to do to run a program. Here we go, 2nd down and goal to go. Ball right outside the 5, possibly inside the 6.
Here, Bo. Well, maybe not lined up on the right side.
They're running trips to the right, man.
They've got a little stack look out here, little trips. Isolate that backside receiver. Hand off up the middle. Oh, it was a fake. It was a good fake.
Yep, he had me. I'm fumble. See, I'm telling you, Coach. You do all that and you fumble the ball.
That's momentum too.
It is. I mean, the only thing you want to do is give a team an opportunity to be able to do that. With that in mind, I want to take a moment, go to our sponsors, LA Fitness. We'll be right back. Reverb back.
I got to get used to that.
I know, bro. Going back in 15 seconds.
I have to stop myself.
I know. I hear you. So I just zone it out.
Have to.
Here we go. Going in 3, 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here at Anderson Park, WDFL Saturday Night Football. Glad to have everybody with us. I'm Bowman Michael with my host, our co-host, David Hughes. On cameraman is the one and only Bowman Michael as well. He's a multitasker man, but unfortunately he doesn't do things real well. So blame him at Score Sports 58 if you have issues with the cameras. I'll tell you one thing, they're going to get close enough to get a safety there, Coach.
Yes, sir. That's
Loss of 2 on the play. We just came out of a change of possession where the Venom had great momentum. About a 25-yard throw and catch, got them inside the 5. 2 plays later, fumble with the exchange of possession when the quarterback and the running back were left with the 2nd down and going out for the Hurricanes. And this defense is very, very strong up front. So in many ways, it's going to be very hard to push outside of this end zone.
2 back set. Ooh, back in the end zone. Looks like it's going to be a safety.
Yep. We'll start with 2 points of the game. Great job. Yep.
Love it. Defensive score.
Yep. And most importantly, Hurricanes are going to have to kick off on the 20 or punt off from the 20. And that's going to be the Venom's ball. So even though that turnover came around on the goal line, we didn't get 6 out of that, but we did get 2, and I'll take 2. Sometimes that's okay at this point. So let's get started. Great job for the Venom. First lead of the season in many ways, other than what we saw at the end of the game last week.
I tell you, Bo, I really like this Venom defense. Oh, they're up front. They're strong.
Very strong.
They're dominating at the line of scrimmage right now, and you know I'm a defense coach, so and I cut my teeth on defensive line play, so I really enjoy watching that.
Oh, and the domination that they have. Now, granted, I will say the fact that the Hurricanes do not have a lot of players. That's not an excuse. That's just part of the game. Okay, you bring who you have. Traveling sometimes hard. I-20 West is a booger. Okay, is a booger. All right.
Traveled it today.
Yeah, I did. You and me both. You know, it's just one of those ones. So they're going to punt off here from the 20. Hurricanes are in the hole 2-0 here with about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
We're still a man short out there for Venom.
I think that was the gentleman's agreement before the game started. They would constantly be a man short. We'll give the Hurricanes 13 man Venom. You get 10.
Oh, there goes 3 on the
All right. And then we're the 2 plus. We're +2. +2.
He's going to match the 13.
Yeah. All right.
Is he going to punt?
Yeah. Last time we had a safety, we didn't. They don't really get that opportunity to punt it off. I mean, kick it. He's able to get it. He's going to get set up. Oh, he is, and he's trying to get that corner.
Oh, he might have it. Look at the wall. We're down the sideline.
Got to cut back.
Here we go. We're in the end zone.
Yeah, touchdown, Venom. Touchdown, Venom.
Baby.
And no flags on the play. Whitecap says, give them 6, we'll give them 6. So, it just took a little bit of time, but we'll call it a touchdown and a 2-point conversion at 8-0 here. In fact, it was a safety and a punt return for roughly about, give or take, 45 yards on the punt return.
I wished I knew their numbers better. This being my first night, I can't see them.
It's excuses. They're like earlobes.
4, maybe. Christopher Cross.
Let's look. It's right here. I'll follow him down. Get a little bit of high fives. Find out where he's going here. Little high fives right there. See who that is.
Christopher Cross.
We'll go with him.
Yep. That was some great moves. He hit this wall over here.
And you do want to do what you're supposed to. I mean, you talk about from a practice perspective, but this is stuff that they've learned so many times over, is to follow your wall. And he knew that, hey, and he could have just really took it upfield and not gone against the wall, but by them actually setting it up was very nice to be able to see that.
It was definitely an athletic play, I tell you.
Oh, and he hit that corner with some
speed. As a defensive coach, I'd have wanted him to just to take it upfield, step out of bounds, you know.
Right.
But to go 50 yards, that's, you know, you got to be an athlete.
And I'm more of an athletic supporter, so I understand that. Here we go.
I've heard that.
Going for the extra point here.
Okay. Straight on kicker. Good snap. Gets the ball down a little low.
You got to pick it up.
You got to pick it up.
You got to make sure that's a dead ball.
We're going to dead ball it right there.
All right.
But we got a 2-point conversion.
We did with the safety. Yeah, it's all good. When you look at the score tomorrow and it's up 8-0, you are going to think, wow, they win for 2. All right. They're not going to know that it was a safety followed by a 65-yard punt return.
I told you, Bo, I'm here. They're going to score a lot more than that.
Well, we got a defensive already 55-point return. So we're going to start off about 3 minutes. Let's go here in the first quarter. 3:22 remaining on the clock. Glad to have everybody with us. Getting ready to kick off. You can definitely tell the Hurricanes are tired. They're not doing much movement. If they know where they're supposed to go, they get set up already.
Matter of fact, I think their kickoff line is on the bench.
A little skewed indeed. Got some good viewers out there, I will say that. Got 25 people watching us right now, 65 at one point. But I based it probably on my 2:30 comment that they got off the air. No counting for poor taste. It's 8-0 here at Anderson Park. Week 5 of WDFL Saturday night. I can't tell you how much longer we're going to do this. I'm running on about an hour's sleep, and I'm a little punchy. I'm very punchy, and I'm tired as well.
Well, if you start to doze, I'll punch you.
I prefer you not to. I'm happy to be here. I enjoy supporting the Venom. It's just the middle of football season is about to kick up for us, so it's always interesting to feel. LA Fitness is the sponsor for the Venom, and let's get ready for this kickoff. They're going to be kicking off from the 35 going out, left to right from the screen. For those people that are joining us, a little recap of the scoring. 2 points for a safety, when we were able to push them deep into their own territory, and then we returned the punt for about a 55-yard touchdown. Oh, and here we go.
Nice kick.
Good deep kick.
10. Trying to get up the middle, and good coverage. They beached it in there and kept it inside the 30.
Right around the 29-yard line is where the Hurricanes will start their third series of the game. Their first series ended in an interception. Their second series ended realistically in a safety. They've not had a great opportunities, and then their third series was a punt. So they've definitely not done well in the sense of setting up their defense. Their defense is always starting in a hole here. Offensively, they feel like they got some speedsters. They're not a problem throwing it outside deep-wise. Looks like you even got a quarterback with an arm.
Well, here, Bo, they play in their defense right here. So we're looking for a turnover.
It is. Venom-wise brings the defense each and every time. Looks like we're going to have too many people in the huddle. Either that or delay of game. If it's delay of game, I'm going to yell at the red. Oh, no. Illegal participation. Hey, you're not allowed to do that. You're allowed to have 13 in the huddle or 12 in the huddle and one leaves.
I sure wouldn't want to go 1st and 15 against this defense.
No, I would agree with you on that. Here we go.
They've gone back to this 2-back set. I don't know if they're trying to get an extra block on this front. Little option. From the gun.
He is a wiry, able to at least gain 2 yards back after losing 5. Looked like they were trying a triple option action. Timeout for the Hurricanes. They're going to take a little breather here. We're going to take a little breather. With that in mind, we'll go to our sponsor. We'll be right back. This is Score Sports WVFL Saturday Night Football.
Tell me if I need to do something different.
You're fine.
I get used to this reverb. Start hearing myself and I stop.
You do. Cracks me up. I can get you rid of the reverb just like this. Okay, tell me how. I'll unplug them. Okay, you'll hear me, but you can hear me now. Okay, but you can hear me talk. Okay, we don't have the mic on you. I'll let you see what you hear from it.
Let's go, dude!
Still talk though, right?
Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out of the timeout, Hurricane said, "Hey, we need some water. Let's take a break." Hits the old Hurricane. All right.
We're back into that 20 personnel here, Bo, with 2 backs, no tight ends. Kind of spread the field, but they brought in this extra back, I believe, block front. Ooh, puts a lot of pressure on that quarterback. And that's a great play out of the corner. Pick the ball, he's down the sideline, stepping out.
Right at the 30-yard line. I tell you, 3 turnovers. And a little frustration's growing. They were able to get a pop on the quarterback, and that changed the directory of the football. And then next thing you know, we're heading in the other direction. Now, how you like the mic now? Is it working for you?
Yes, it's working much better.
All right. You couldn't handle the reverberations, man. It's all right. It's no problem, man. I understand that. Sometimes I like to hear my own voice. I hear the voices in my head, so sometimes it's all right to hear my own voice. So, not a problem at all. 1st and 10, ball's right at the 38-yard line for the Venom. Let's see if we can carry over. We still have not had an offensive score this year for the Venom. We've had 2 defensive scores, a punt return, and 2 safeties.
I tell you what, though, that momentum right there, getting that ball in the Hurricane territory, Bo, I'm loving this defense.
Well, at this point, I can only imagine from an Ironman football perspective that the Hurricanes will be struggling a little bit. I'm glad the Venom are taking advantage of it. I know Green for the Venom is still working on his injuries. Hopefully he'll be able to get back into the game here soon.
Going with a little tight end look here, Bo, but they covered him up so he's not eligible. But got that pistol. Good little handoff to that tight end, getting it. Almost got on the edge.
Ball's on the ground.
They fumbled it again.
They did. Recovered by the Venom. They love stripping that ball. And you talk about the idea of strength of a man, because you have age levels from 18 years old out here that could be all the way up to 40 plus. So sometimes when that 39, 40-year-old man says, "It's my football," you're going to call timeout for the Venom. The Venom are going to take a little timeout here at 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the second quarter. We're going to give a little insight on the Venom. This is Score Sports. We'll be right back.
What did I just say?
Okay, you're funny.
I start hearing myself.
Oh, we only got 26%. That's good. We might make it through the whole game.
You think so?
Yeah.
We're still first quarter.
But we're only 26%. Oh, this game's not going to make it. It'll be done at halftime.
Well, yeah. I know there's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
drive me crazy.
Hey. All right, coming out of that timeout, give you a little bit of venom action for the pregame warm-ups that they always like to show out there. I lost the down in my brain, but I'm almost say it's second down here. Another handoff.
Little outside stretch zone. Oh, we might have a hole
Yes.
there on the outside edge. He got the outside edge, though, Bo.
Maybe he got the outside edge because it was holding there.
Hey, do it till they call it, right?
And they did.
Then you do it some more.
When I was playing football back in the Middle Ages, every time I saw a flag to the ground, I was like, I wonder if they got me on that time. Because, I mean, I hold every play. That's the whole point of an offensive lineman.
Football.
It is.
It's holding on every play. They can call it every time.
One of those ones that just, hey, go ahead. I wonder if they're going to call it.
Oh, that puts them back in a hole, though, Bo. That's not where they want to be at the moment.
No.
They need to keep it simple and get up the field and let that defense keep playing.
So you're saying they just need a kiss, you know? They just need to kiss the Hurricanes. The Venom need to keep it simple. Sweetheart. I'm not going to use the other word. I don't like to use the word stupid.
Don't make mistakes. Keep the field position that they've had all the first quarter, basically.
It's coming down to the final minute of the first quarter. Right around 90 seconds remain here at Anderson Park.
Stacking the receivers out here on the field side, though. They might come back to that play they had a while ago that he was running wide open down the sideline. Shifted the tight end out. Little inside zone. Gained a few.
Get off and help!
Wait for the whistle. There we go.
That's how you get anger. They're trying. Flag on the play, gonna be 15 yards on the Venom.
Got some extracurriculars there, Bo.
I think it was more dodgeball, Red Rover. Extracurricular activities are one of the biggest things here in the world. I'm a Beta Club fan. I do enjoy the home ec, but that's not really extracurricular. I'm just hungry about this time of night.
I didn't quite see it. I know they had some real cushion things going
Well, I
on,
think
but
the
it
red-
looked like the Hurricane was picking up the Venom guy, and next thing I know, flag goes flying.
Well, I think also the Venom gentleman, and I'll say gentleman, is that he nudged the ref.
Did he nudge the
He nudged the ref.
Okay.
So by nudging the ref, you're limited. Is that the ice cream man you hear? I hear the ice cream man. Y'all hear the ice cream man?
Martial
I hear
arts.
the ice cream man.
It's
I
all
do.
fair in football.
I'll tell you, what was your favorite thing to eat at the ice cream off the ice cream truck? Did you ever get stuff off the ice cream truck?
Back in the day, I liked those ice cream sandwiches.
Oh, did you? They'd be melting
Chocolate
nasty.
chip.
You get all the food.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
well,
Lord.
You lick it, you kind of take your teeth and scrape it off.
Oh, that makes me sick, man. But that,
I like to do that when I was fishing, worms.
that
That's
was
how you
good.
catch the best fish, keep your worms on.
Yeah. First thing you go, he's like, that was a little tart. Ooh, rumble, snap.
Snap it in.
He's looking for
Back,
somebody.
all around. Oh, he's got a little area here, though. Uh-oh. Makes a long pass, traffic.
Looks like there's going to be a flag on the play. Either past the line of scramble. Yeah.
I see linemen walking back from the other side of the field, so it's probably going to be.
Well, let's see what Whitecap has to say. An eligible man downfield for the Venom. So we had a 15-yard penalty, and this will be another, and this is a loss of down on this.
Yeah, this is tough.
And unfortunately, I'm not keeping up with the downs at this point because I was thinking
Now
about
we're
the ice
fourth,
cream.
and we got a little.
Oh,
We got a little.
hey, look at that.
We got a little tip cone,
I didn't see that.
kind of like the ice cream you was talking about.
Oh, that's
little topping
good.
on the cone there.
Yes. I understand that.
That poor line judge referee, he has to be the line judge and the down marker.
They're going to punt. Looks like they're going to try to flip the field again on the Hurricanes. Beautiful night outside. Definitely has cooled off a little bit. You commented you enjoyed being underneath the trees.
This is nice.
This your first time here at Anderson Park?
First time. Didn't even know where to park.
Hence your bar, I said, you need to move. Here we go. Going 4th down and forever. Good 30 yards. I don't know if he can punt it that far, but we'll see. High snap.
Almost a high snap. Good athletic play to get it down.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, no. Kick it. Kick it. Oh.
He's not. He's going to go
Take
for
it
it.
off. Let's see how far he gets.
He was thinking about the promised land. Unfortunately, I think it stopped right around the 48-yard line. Don't know how I feel about that. I know he was trying to make something out of nothing, but sometimes punting's the best thing to do. Flip that field.
He the last time he had a great punt.
He did.
Help flip that field position. Now they're going to start with pretty good field position. At least it's still on their side of the field. But
Well, the one thing we've
Venom's
learned,
been successful with them on their end. So.
Hurricanes have not done anything offensively to make me concerned that being on the 48-yard line is a bad mistake. And maybe the punter said, hey, if you feel like you got a lane, take it.
This front seven of Venom, they're dominant right now. I mean, just look at them.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the athletes right there. I mean, the speed.
From left to right, downhill wise, no. I'm not having anything to do with that. I'm staying up here. I'm good. 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes. Ball's on the 48 going out. Trips and twins to the left.
They've gone empty here with it. Oh, see how much pressure they put on the quarterback?
Go empty like that, you only got one thing to do, run or pass. With that sound of the buzzer, that's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Atlanta Venom 8, East Georgia Hurricane 0. I'm Bowman Michael. David Hughes, Score Sports. We'll be right back. You're good. You want to continue to film? I just need a quarter out of you. All right, break it all down properly. Take your time doing it. Make sure everything goes back where it's supposed to. Okay. Thanks, man.
Thank you. I'm giving up on numbers.
You're fine, buddy.
I mean, I'm trying.
I'm just trying to just talking. All right, here we go. All right, David Hughes, Bowman Michael live back here at Anderson Park. The start of the second quarter. It only lasted about 45 minutes. So hopefully you're still with us. I can see those viewerships out there. I appreciate it. LA Fitness appreciates it. Thank you all so much for joining us here tonight. What you think about that first quarter there, Coach?
Well, I like the defense of the Venom. Keeping that field position. So I hope that continues. Right here, I'm not so sure Hurricanes want to do this, but they've gone empty again. That means they're going to have to block this front seven, and that's pretty much going to rip that running back's head off right there. So I don't know if I'd try that too often. Quarterback sitting back there thinking, can we please put somebody back here to help us?
They're just pinning their ears back and going.
Yes, they are pinning their ears back. That's the kind of defense I like to play. And look at that nose guard. I mean, that guy, he could probably bench the house. I mean, he's got a chest on him. And that center right there is having a snap to the gun. Try to block that guy, that's tough. The guys on the end are fast.
A little speed sweep. Nothing to go there. What down?
Linebacker right there, Bo, he just flew out there.
Once you see movement going left, you know they're not going to hand it off to anybody because there's nobody underneath.
Nobody there.
Yeah. To be able to do that. It's going to be 4th down for the Hurricanes.
I think they're either going to have to bring some more people in the box, Bo, or they're going to have to throw some quick passes. Try to get some athletes in space at this point.
Well, they're trying to flip the field position as well. They look like they're going to punt it. This is the first punt for the Hurricanes. Well, I'm sorry, second punt. First punt was for a touchdown.
Off the safety. Is this the same guy? It's not the same guy returning here. Let's see if he can get him one. Bad snap. And here comes that house. Shank punt. They can't catch it on the outside, but he tried to get some yardage there, but don't see that very often.
No, but it was a good throw and catch with the foot. Yeah, he did. All right, get the ball right on the 50-yard line, going in the opposite direction. Change of possession will occur at start of the first quarter or start of the second quarter here at Anderson Park. This is week 5 of WDFL action. We did watch our first victory last week. It wasn't live, it was tape delay out of Lenore Church Park against the Georgia Falcons. So we're here sitting in the second quarter. It's 8-0. Hurricanes look very depleted in the sense of the amount of men that have come all the way over I-20 on Augusta, and this might be their team. So I'm not necessarily, I haven't seen their roster. Well, we've seen their roster. There's more than here.
Than what's here.
Than what's here. And then sometimes, once again, everybody has to work. These are secondary. This is a secondary job. This is not a primary job in their world.
Right here, Bo, I'd hope to see Venom come out and try to either get it on that edge like they were trying a while ago, or
one thing they did begin with,
go back.
No, they were trying to run it. You know, you could tell that they're not trying. They're actually trying to implement an offense right now.
Got a little stack on the receivers out on this side. Going double gun again. Quarterback's dropping back. Got a good block out of his running back. There was too many of them to have to try to block it.
And it's a little frustrating for the fact of not being able to block, especially when they bring that much. You know, one of the weaknesses that we are having right now with the Atlanta Venom is the offensive line. And it could be who's blocking who, blocking schemes in general, but also skill level. It's one of those ones that are consistently, one of the hardest things to do is to find a good offensive lineman. There's athletes everywhere that exist, but to actually find skilled offensive linemen with feet work, but also understanding the techniques to move a defensive player, especially when the defensive players are the size of the Hurricanes and the size of the Venom.
They've got a nice little front there too, Bo, but they're going 5 in the box here, so we should be able to run it. We just got to get it in there somehow. Oh, we got blocking this time. Little back scrambling though. Kind of held on and completed the pass over the middle. Looks like enough for a first down.
I will say I had no clue where that ball was based on the camera. I was just listening to you trying to follow where the ball was. He was scrambling. I am double checking as we go, trying to see where everything's at.
I noticed, Bo, that gave me a little more pep in the step, though. They lined up quickly, and they're coming back with a quick little pass, getting this athlete out here on an island with other athletes. That looks to be number 1, Dante Moore. He was close enough for me to see that number. That'll work there, Bo. Those little quick passes out here, getting athlete on athlete. East Georgia short people, they're tired. There goes a wide open pass.
You want to call it a penalty?
That was the same play that was open earlier in the game, first quarter, Bo.
Right.
Went down the sideline and came back to it. But they're calling it out of bounds, and I also see a flag.
Yeah. Gonna call a legal shift.
We got offsetting penalties there, Bo.
That's when the ref goes, you know what, let's play this game again. Hit the reset button on the Nintendo box and let's see what happens.
Yeah, I like what the Venom's trying to do here, Bo. They sped up their game and getting these quicker timing patterns where you're getting an athlete on an athlete. That one was going to be a fade, the cornerback squatted on the slant. They had him open on the outside. Good news is we flipped that field position.
They did, and they were able to get inside the 30. We're almost inside that red zone of the 20. Running clock right now. It is second down and about 2 yards to go for the Venom.
Going that doubles look. Got some tall receivers on the far side there. And safety scooping in, so I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Got a little wheel route. Seeing that number 1 good receiver. Woo, in the end zone on the drop. He's a tall receiver, though. He can go up and get it.
They did, and probably if he could have gone up and went in, he was unfortunately going around him to get it instead of going up to get it. Leaves third down and 2. It's always a good second down play to go ahead and give a shot to the end zone. I appreciate them playing that particular range of football, which is nice.
You know, when I watch football, Bo, I'm always thinking about it from a defensive standpoint. You know, right here, if I was defensive coach, I'd be looking for a run play followed by another run play because we got third and short.
They're going to get their first down.
I'd be hollering for my guys to stay on side.
Right.
Got that double spread look again, gun. Back set to the field. Quarterback's back, quick little pass. Ooh.
Time for a slant across the middle.
Left hand,
it's going to be fourth down. So we had second down and 2, and the last 2 plays have been passes, leading us to a fourth down. They're going to do a quick snap and go here for the Venom.
Double stun look again. Now they run the ball. And, trying to do a little pitch, a little flea flicker off of that. Tackle for a loss. Looks like it's going to be a turnover on that.
Looks like indeed. Turnover on down for the Venom. Defense gets to go out there, so it's pretty much a defensive game right now. And unfortunately, you know, if you're the Hurricanes, you don't quit. You're down. You're a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. Let's say with the squad that they brought, I mean, the numbers not there. We're talking 16 players.
That's tough.
And you got a full offense and defensive unit switching in and out for the Venom.
Even though it's cooling off with the sun going down, Bo, you know, the humidity tonight.
Oh, it is.
You know, starting to feel.
Oh, yeah, I have little dabbles.
And,
I have dabbles on my head.
Who knows what they did today, if they had to travel today or, or what. So, you know, your legs have to be getting weary. You kind of have to save yourself because you start cramping, they don't have 15 players.
Yeah. Well, you only can drink so much pickle juice, and then you know, you turn into a jerkin. Here we go. First and 10 for the.
They're going empty again. I don't think they've got this thing figured out yet. This is poor quarterback. I think I'd do a fair catch on the shotgun snap. Is it to me? Yep. He just picks him a hole and runs. So I think their new plan is they're going to spread them out, get 5 in the box, and try to
Open up a hole.
Get a little athlete on athlete.
Yep.
Maybe somebody chips off and makes some yardage. Not a bad plan, but
It's not, but it's one of those, you know, if you have the defense that you have up front for the Venom, you better have some linemen that can get some head on the elements.
well, what I don't like about it is your quarterback who has to handle the ball every play is having to get off the ground every play.
Right.
And it won't take long on a night like this before he starts to cramp or you know, there's going to be some turnovers off that.
Well, it's a point of how much running can he do. You know, now granted, if he's a running quarterback, that's fine, but we're talking 2 straight plays of running by the Hurricanes. It's third down.
Quarterback on the sweep.
Yep. Third down and 2. Now, based on what they just ran, they should get a first down. And the goal is you got to grind it out. But if you're grinding it out with 15 players and have been playing both ways, goodness gracious.
They may have to have some other people take a snap from time to time here. Yes. I'd go a little wildcat look.
Were you able to send any of these links out to your brothers?
The links?
Yeah, links to tell you, hey.
You know, I didn't even think of that.
I was wondering.
My brothers were watching.
I was wondering if Albert Hughes
I might
at halftime. At halftime, you might want to send him the link. Say, Albert, give a chance to listen in.
He would go back to that unbalanced look. This time he throws out there as an athlete, but
Skipped it out
still
there.
getting off the ground because he had somebody bearing down on his backside.
Flag on the play.
Extracurriculars.
Well, I do get a little frustrated. 15 players, you don't get that heated. So I mean, it's just one of those ones. You get heated, you get tired on that part. It is roughly about 8 minutes left. The cicadas are out and moving. What is that bug that we hear vibrating? The crickets?
Cicadas, baby.
Cicadas.
Cicadas.
You hearing that noise?
Georgia summer.
Yes, it is. Glad to have everybody with us tonight. We'll send it out here in just a minute and get some links out there to individuals. If you're listening and you share that, the only thing you got to do is go on YouTube and type in WDFL Atlanta Venom, and then boom, it sends it straight out and lets you know for other folks that this is a live telecast of WDF football. 4th down, they're going to punt. We had an opportunity to get a 1st down by the Hurricanes. It was negated on a choppy pass to the receiver.
I don't know if they're going to call it, Bo, but that's illegal formation. That's 5 in the backfield there.
Yeah. And they're not going to call it.
Defense guy be hollering, but it doesn't matter. Bad snap or a good snap.
You think it was a
Rush
fake?
had him. He tried to run. Looks like he's going to come up short of the 1st down. Good for the
Venom. Bad for the Hurricanes.
Bad for the Hurricanes.
Changeover on downs. 8 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the 1st quarter. With that in mind, here's some information on the WDFL.
Go to YouTube.
You have YouTube on your phone?
Yeah.
Type in, go to YouTube on your phone and we'll send them the link. Type in WDFL Atlanta Venom and you'll see it come up. Type in WDFL Atlanta Venom and then hit the search and you'll see that this is this game versus the East Georgia, and then you hit the share button and send it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live here at Anderson Park, coming out of the change of possessions for the Venom. 1st and 10, ball on the 43-yard line. Inside.
Look at this formation, Bo. We're going quad stacked over there. They're doing a little wildcat of their own. They put in a running back, a quarterback.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Didn't know we were.
They give it a try.
Yeah. If you're going to run trips and spread us out, we'll do the same thing. Possibly injured player on the field. Looks like for the Venom. Very interesting to see that pop out. I know that they're possibly going to be playing the California Recon here next week. Give you more information when we hear that. With that in mind, we'll take a moment and go to our sponsor, LA Fitness. When you think fitness, you think LA. This is the East Georgia Hurricanes versus your very own Atlanta Venom. Glad to have you with us. Everybody to share. Yep.
I shared it on Facebook.
It's a lot of suffering.
Thank you all for taking some time out. We had a injured player, like a leg injury. They are taking him off the field right now. So we've been on a little bit of commercial standby. Appreciate your patience, wondering what's actually occurring. Didn't have a number, like the quarterback that was not necessarily the quarterback or the wildcat position was the injured player on the play. Now that he's on this side, we'll go ahead and zoom in, know who it was. Looks like they're able to finally get him off the field. They go ahead and start it back up. Here with 7 minutes and the clock is running. If we're able to get a number on him, that'd be great. Of course, helping that's not number 4 for the Venom. We're not necessarily sure who is injured. All right, second down in about a foot. 20-something. I'll go with 26. I'll just say with 26. He was it's like a wildcat. 21 it is. Kind of dark up here, man. I get you flashlights, man.
Oh, there's that quads look. Get a little quick pass through there in front of him.
Close ball ball. Got now a Hurricane player down.
It's humidity starting to take a toll.
It is dropping.
Defensive ball games like this, physical ball games, you know, it takes a toll on the player.
Now, playing basketball, but you play baseball, correct? Football as well, all three. You ever catch a good cramp in the game? Where that was it, and you were done dehydration-wise?
I call it cramps coaching. What are you talking about?
Catching a cramp coaching, that's just, I can't even explain.
You got to get into that coaching, you know. Jumping up and down the sideline.
And then boom, pull a hammy. I understand. This should be very interesting. It's third down and short. Third down and 3 here for the Venom. We've had back-to-back injuries. We went to some old 1980s commercials. Doublemint flavor, Doublemint gum, Duracell, Ziploc baggies with Dom DeLuise. Glad you can enjoy that. I always enjoy pulling some old commercials for those people that can reminisce about watching commercials that we don't do anymore.
Now we got that bunch trips with a motion out to make the quads. Snaps over to the right-hand side. Quarterback's having a scramble and get rid of it. Flips it out here to the outside edge. Making some yardage, they might have a first down.
I definitely think we got enough for the first down. Took out the ref. No, it's a ref down. Is it the ref? Nope, it's a player. He was just short. I cannot see him. He looked like he was wearing black and white. Enough for a first down. Will be first down for the Venom.
That's what we got to have there, Bo. We just need to keep it going, keep it going.
6 minutes and running.
Positive direction.
Sounds like a song. Keep it moving in a positive direction.
Positive direction. I'm Matthew.
Yeah.
Like pie.
What we got here? This feels like
now it's a little different here. We got a line on the line and huddle in the back.
reminiscent.
Maybe a little Canadian football going on.
Could be. Could be.
There you go. We got a bunch of trips over here. Receiver flexed out. Motion from the back over to the bunch. Make quads. And throwing it to the single receiver side. Tall receiver. Oh, good play out of that cornerback.
I love it when the receiver becomes the DB. The receiver becomes the DB and gets on and makes sure that, hey, might have underthrown him, but we're not going to get an interception on my watch.
That's a good thought, though, Bo, out of the Venom. They had this quads look over here and went back to that single receiver side, so it's a one-on-one. Venom have the height advantage out there on those corners. So,
and they want to see what actually pops up. That's understandable. And we dropped some people very quickly. That was funny. I wonder what happened. Came away, came back. I think they got caught up on the old double mint fun.
I bet, when did we go back into the 1980s?
so now we're going back to that doubles look with flex tied in, gun, one back. Oh, quarterback made an athletic play to pull that ball down. Fires to a receiver just over his head. Close to the interception by the safety.
One of those running passes where you're running down the sideline, running down the line of scrimmage, and you just go ahead and wing it as hard as you can and hope it gets to that tight end. That tight end's got to have some hands, though, the ability to catch and bring it down.
Got a 3rd and 10 here, Bo. 5 minutes left in half. Deep inside Hurricane territory. Let's see what they're going to do right here. Make up some yardage here to try to get a first down. We've got doubles guns here. See if we get a good snap this time. Give the quarterback a chance to make a play.
You can definitely think it's a 2-down territory right now. Not going to not go for it on 4th down, depending on where they're at.
Good snap. Quarterback gets a little time. Now he's having a scramble. Makes a little flip out throw. Get us intercepted. Turning across the field. Number 8 for the Hurricanes. They ran 50 and made 5.
You never really think how far that is across the line of scrimmage. I mean, across the field, but at 50 yards is a great deal. When they're running east to west like that, it's a little rough.
Joseph Foster for the Hurricanes picks that one off. Runs 50 yards, makes 5, but gives the Hurricanes the ball back.
Most importantly, stops the drive and the momentum of the Venom. I mean, and I will say this, you only can go to the well so many times and toss that ball up and not hope that it gets picked off in this situation.
Those late scrambles and trying to throw back across your body, you're rolling left, you're right-handed, you're trying to throw back. That's usually one of those that them offensive coordinators lose their minds over.
If you got the last 4 letters in your name of Farva, I still don't want you to be doing that. I still don't want you to be doing that. It's going to be timeout for the Hurricanes. They need to figure out what they're wanting to do here, and I understand that as well. Coach, you're down 8. You haven't been able to do anything offensively. You're dealing with this type of defense. Tell me what you're going to do offensively to at least poke a hole in this defense. They've tried running, they've tried spreading out, they've tried to even go. I always talk to Chuck and Duck. They've done that, turned into it.
Honestly, I would try to do some things to just get some isolations like the Venom's been trying to do here lately where they're isolating the receiver. So, quick pass or getting a fade down the sideline, but it's got to be something quick. That front's too much. If they do bring them in to try to block them, they're going to have to run an edge. They're not going to be able to run up that middle. That's for sure. So there's going to have to be something on the edge or something quick, trying to get athlete on athlete. Maybe a little bit misdirection. We haven't seen very much misdirection, and this Venom defense is, they pursue well. So maybe you could trick them up a little bit.
So you're saying, let's get them off sides about 8 times and get down
basically,
the field.
Again, I'm a defense coach. Let's run 3 plays, punt it, maybe they'll drop it. So they're going back to this empty look again, running the guy off the sideline up there. I'd be screaming if I was the defense coordinator at this point. There comes a blitz up the middle, and there goes quarterback scrambling. He tries to make a pass over the middle. Incomplete. Running for his life again.
He did. He had 3 buddies in the background. The backfield. However, all of them had yellow and gray jerseys on. Yellow and gray is not the colors of the Hurricanes. They are orange, green, and black. So, buddies were not his buddies.
I tell you what, Bo, if I was the quarterback for the Hurricanes, I don't believe I'd sleep very well tonight.
Well, you're sleeping
First of
well.
all, you're going to be bruised.
You're gonna be bruised, but I do believe that you could sleep well if
I don't know. I think I'd be laying there and just all of a sudden I'd jerk, thinking I'd just been hit in the back again. So here we go again with that empty look. So they're going to continue to try to do this empty look and see where that gets them. That quarterback.
Oh, they're bringing everybody.
There he goes trying to pass it and just don't have the time. It's going to be
bending backwards.
souffle.
I think it's 4 claps and a Ric Flair. Is that what that is?
That's 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo!
That's 2 claps right there. He did a suplex, brought him up backwards. I think you got to call that. Both people need to be aware of that in the WWE world. And if you're willing to call that, you got to be able to at least be a shot caller. You know? And I say, hey, we're going to do the suplex. One time I leg whipped somebody accidentally, of course. And
The Hurricanes at this point definitely don't need the quarterback being super.
no, he's still working that part out. Here we go. 3rd down and long for the Hurricanes.
We'll continue that empty backfield. See where it gets them again. I believe if I was quarterback, I'd fair catch the snap. There's another sack. That time he went down head first into the turf. But he gets up.
He gets up, but they're waving him over, get him out. We're watching this.
They've taken 3 snaps and lost approximately 15 yards there, Bo. So it's going to bring up a 4th down. I don't know.
That last one got a shoulder based on what we're seeing. Say that again, down to the Jonesboro Flint. That Jonesboro Flint's being torn apart for a widening construction right now. For 4 lanes down on 54 for those people that are Atlanta based. I would say avoid 54 at all costs.
Now this might be their play here. They're in punt position. They can punt and maybe, hope that Sweat gets some eyes and drops the punt. So let's see. Oh, there's a big rush. Oh,
no. You can't
but
call
watch
it.
this. Let's see what happens.
They called a flag.
He feels the punt.
It don't matter.
Gets the edge.
Coach.
And there's another flag down this way, and now another flag. There are flags all over.
Yeah, somebody realized it was Saturday. It's time to do lunch, and let's get to work. Grab your tide, your gain. Which one will you? What do you use?
Tide.
You use tide.
I use tide.
I did not expect you to be a tide.
Tide
man. Okay.
Original.
All right. I'm a gain person for some reason. I like gain. And it's that big old bottle that shit says G-A-I-N. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use that. One time my wife told me, she's like, hey, buy me some detergent. It's about $5. And I go there and I look and it's Gain. And I'm like, it's only $1. It's only 99 cents. It's on sale. I bought what we call fabric softener. It was in the same container and it had this fresh scent, and it does not, I repeat, does not wash clothes like the regular the washing detergent does.
But you have that relaxed look.
Oh, I did. It was fabric softeners. One time I had my my washing machine smelled funny. Okay, so I got some Dawn detergent and I sprayed it in there because that's what you do. That's what you do. You get some Dawn detergent and I sprayed it in there. And the wife comes into the kitchen. It is soap suds 25,000 right there. And she's like, "What is happening?" I was like, "Oh, that might be my bad."
Where's the kids?
Kids did not exist at that point. This was all on the wonderful husband. I could not blame the kids. What did you do? I was like, no, this was all me. I was not.
Don't judge me.
Oh, it was bad. And my response was, I was trying to make the washing machine smell better, or the dishwasher smell better. I was not successful. And to watch the soap suds come out of the bottom and the sides, it was awesome.
How'd you explain that to the repairman?
No, it didn't ruin it. It didn't ruin it. We kept the towels. Everything was going. It was fine. It was fine. So everything
takes the grease out of the way, right?
Yeah, everything had a little soapy taste from the rest of my life, but we're okay. 1st and 10, based on that whole debacle of double penalties, they are going to give the ball back to the Venom. I don't understand why. Maybe because it was only 5 yards in incidental contact on the punter. and then we had a 15-yard and an additional 15. So it lines up here on the 48 for the Venom. We're right at 2 minutes and 49 seconds. There will be a 2-minute warning here at Anderson Park before we head into the half, or into halftime. We will take a little moment, a little break here at halftime before we jump back in it. It's first down and 10. Score Sports, Bo McMichael, WDFL Saturday Night Football with my host, David Hughes.
Here we go, with a little motion into the backfield, got a little pistol work going, Bo. Shotgun. Blitz up the middle, hit him in the backfield, but he's able to come up.
That lineman whiffed on that. I mean, he was coming. He's wearing orange, okay? It's not even the yellow and the orange are opposite colors. I mean, he whiffed. He realized that because he turned around and gave a double clap. And he didn't give a woo.
He didn't give a woo that time?
No, he didn't give a woo that time. Second down, and almost looks like a loss of 1 yard on the play. Right around the 49-yard line.
Ooh, what kind of spot was that? I thought they had a half a yard. It looked like a half a yard. It looked like he fell forward.
He did, and got hit in the backfield and was still able to didn't wrap up. Sometimes there is safety. I can sometimes be too wide open and opening up. We're at the 2-minute warning. To me, sometimes when you're that wide open or that open field tackle, like you're the only one supposed to make that tackle, I choose not to put myself in that situation.
He might have been surprised too. He's probably waiting for at least a finger to get on him.
And nothing. Nobody touched him.
So,
nobody touched him, man. It was just
he wasn't mentally prepared to make the tackle at that point.
It was more of a what just happened.
What just happened?
Yeah.
That don't happen in practice.
No. One of the scariest things though is to watch a receiver run down the sideline untouched, and you throw the ball to him, and you're just like, I don't wish that on it. And really, top end receivers, they're great. I mean, they'll catch that ball and try to keep going. But you get that one that just it bounces off their hands, and it's like, and you feel sorry for him. You can't be upset with him because there is such things as too wide open. There is.
Well, that's why they move over to my defensive side, become DBs, drop balls.
I'm a true believer. Just like it's too wide open, sometimes you're just too pretty.
Too pretty.
Yeah, you're too pretty.
That was my problem my whole career. Too pretty.
You're just too pretty. All right. 2-minute warning. Second down and 1. No, second down and 11. My bad. It's these cones, man. These cones are messing with me.
Motioning back to that pistol gun look with the spread. Got a penalty flag.
I'd say they brought everybody and left him wide open. Legal procedure on the Venom. Going to knock it back 5 yards. Now it's going to be second down and 16 right on the 44-yard line or 46-yard line. Did you have dinner, by the way?
I did not.
I didn't either. Normally, I do not. I contemplated when I said, hey, can you bring me something to drink? I'm a little parched. I thought.
I should have brought you a payday.
That's nothing but salt, man. That's just mean. And I can take down a payday. Every now and then I just look at that, and that's chewy nougat right there, man.
I will say I rode up here with the other filmers down there.
Right.
And I got a Coke and peanut.
You did get Coke and peanut.
And they don't know,
Right.
They're young.
Right.
They don't know about the Coke and peanut.
No. You have to tell the audience.
Peanuts in the Coke.
Yeah, you got to tell the audience what that does. Here we go. Second down and roughly 16.
Well, they covered up the receiver. Let's see if it's going to be a run or pass if that guy goes out. And he went out on a pass, so throw the ball, it should be a penalty, but he's going to have to scramble again.
Able to almost get back to the line of scrimmage. Coach, it's 1 minute and 40 seconds left here in the first half. Tell us about Coke and Peanuts. Educate the audience. Educate the audience.
Well, my dad, he used to call it a dope peanuts, but back in the day, all you do is take a little bit of sip out of the top, put the salted peanuts in the top, and the first sip of that is the best because you get that sodium with the carbonation. Now, be ready to burp a few times, but I tell you what, the trick is you got to be eating the last peanut on the last drink of Coke. If you can do that, you're the man.
I don't know. That sounds very Hughes oriented. That's a Hughes dictionary right there. It's the same thing that.
Hey, don't knock it till you try.
No, I'm not. And there's somebody right now. Now, what kind of peanuts we talking? Is there a certain
Planters?
Planters?
Salted.
Planters
You need
salted?
salted. You gotta have salt.
Classic Coke, Diet Coke. Can you pull a Diet Coke for those people? Or?
Yeah, now I'll be honest, I did the Diet Coke.
Okay. Very rarely do you ever meet anybody that says, "Give me a Coke" anymore. I mean, that's just pure sugar.
Yeah.
You know.
I can't. I drank Diet Cokes for so long that the real Coke just takes too surface.
Right.
But now I think I've drank so many Diet Cokes I can't even hardly remember the name.
It's that Nutrisystem. Why are you yellow? All right, here we go. 3rd down and 15 and some change.
Oh, got a little motion to the outside, a little shift, getting the doubles.
Deep
Pistol
back.
walks up, another little shift with the back. Gun, snap, quick throw. That's what you got to do. Oh, through the hands of the receiver and then through the hands of the defender.
Almost.
Bangs on the curve 4 or 5 times.
Oh, it is. That was almost an interception. It went the other way, but it would have been definitely a change of events very quickly.
At this point, Bo, I'm not real sure what I would do here. It's 4th and forever. We hadn't really done anything, but if you punt, if something happens there, that could be bad.
Oh, you definitely don't want to punt. It's 33 seconds.
With that
remaining.
defense, I probably would go for it right here, but I'd do just like I just did.
Call the timeout.
That was perfect for them. They called a timeout, talked about it. I think that's probably going to be the best idea.
With that, we will take a moment to give our shout out to our sponsors, LA Fitness. We'll be right back. This is Score Sports, WBFL Saturday Night Football.
Can y'all hear me down there?
No, we can, yeah. We hear a little bit. Peanuts and Diet Coke.
Your dad's watching me.
Oh, he is?
He's sending me messages.
What does he say?
Be careful with the Canadian reference. Y'all sound good. That last one makes me crazy.
Wait, is he watching too?
Yeah, Mr. Easter's watching, looking at sound good. Dr. Reynolds, I can tell it's you. Go, David, we're watching. Wait.
All right, coming out of that timeout, looks like they are going against what you said there, Coach. They look like they're going to line up in punting formation.
Pray for a good snap here, Bo. Good snap, good snap.
Oh, you jinxed it.
But look, oh, what are you doing? Punt the thing, punt it, throw it. Okay, here we go. Is that complete? Look at that. What I know. Just fake the punt. Throw it deep.
Would that be classified as a throw? A knuckleball. On that, any flags on the play?
We have
There's no flags.
no flag.
I'm watching the white cap.
We have
Timeout.
I believe there is a flag right here on the sideline, and they're arguing the umpires arguing the venom. I believe they might call it a man on the field. Man was covered up in the formation.
Interesting to see how they.
Just thinking back, though, I think the way they had it set up, that guy was covered up, so he's not going to be eligible.
Well, the bad thing is you got to be based on memory at this point for those refs to make sure, hey, who was covered up. It's not like they're going to wave that flag off.
Oh, look at there.
They're waving it off.
What I know.
They talked themselves into it. That's good. Now,
Team, they get the,
once again, it was the punter that threw the deep ball. Okay, I'm just pointing out references. We've had a punt return for a touchdown. We've had a safety, and now we've had a punter throw a good, looked like a shot put.
Hey,
and I'm trying to watch
21
it.
seconds left, Bo. That might be the ticket.
I'll tell you one thing. It's a matter of, it's a running clock right now there, Coach. Are they aware of that?
Better call a timeout.
Call the timeout. Are they aware
Like
of
the
the clock?
ball. Let's don't end it right there, fellas. You don't get down there very often. We might get a play. They're going to call a timeout.
They're going to call a timeout with 4 seconds remaining. So you went with 22. They didn't realize it was going to be a live ball. They're going to have that debate, try to figure out what's actually going on here and the score itself.
Well, this is going to be interesting right here. We know we're going to have to take
It's a
shot
chuck
in
and
the
go.
end zone.
Yeah,
so
it's a duck and chuck right here.
I'm expecting either that quads look and going back to the single receiver one-on-one or that they sometimes do that doubles look and do a little wheel route. That's been successful. The corner tends to squat on the slant. So we'll see what they're going to do.
It's very interesting to see how it actually plays out, and the momentum. The one thing with Georgia Hurricanes, East Georgia Hurricanes, will get the ball back the second half, and even though they haven't been able to do anything offensively all game, you get a big stop like here, you're still in the game. I mean, it's a one possession turnaround.
They've gone to this double split. Of course, they've left the back in pistol, so I'm not sure what that's all about. They need to go ahead and block.
They're looking probably for a halfback pass.
There you go, Bo. You're the man. Halfback pass going in the end zone. Drop. Almost intercepted.
Sometimes it's good just to bat it down. Bat it down. With that in mind, we will go to half with your Atlanta Venom 8, East Georgia Hurricanes 0. We'll be right back with you. We'll go to the score. If they give us a clock here, we'll go up to the score just to kind of give a moment so you can have an idea if you came back, how much time remaining in the halftime. They are going to be 10 minutes on the clock. We'll go ahead and throw it up here and let you be able to look on the clock from the countdown and come back and join us. I'm Bo McMichael with my host, David Hughes, Score Sports, WDFL Saturday Night Football.
How's the filming going, fellas? Y'all getting it?
Yes, sir.
You break your stuff down. Take your time breaking it down. You can do a little bit of the third quarter, then break your stuff down. Like almost to like the 8-minute mark. And then Andrew would take everything else and put it in the back of the car so you can get it out of your way. You can take this bag and you go.
That'd be a good way to get your classes attention.
Yeah.
Class getting loud. Hey, give me 2 claps and a flare.
Do me a favor, keep an eye on the clock and come to these coaches.
Okay.
10 minutes in 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
5 and 2 minutes. I never really wanted a Big Mac, but I want a Big Mac right now. Maybe a triple Big Mac, if I can't have it all. I'm hungry. I eat when I'm shredded. Best those friends.
How am I doing, Bum? All
I know
right.
you started loosening up a little bit, which is good. You're not a drinker. I'm not advocating alcohol. Please understand this. But me and Adam Collins, we drink when we do this. Okay, and then I got another guy. He drives us home, so we partake in a beverage. So, and we were filming one game, and
and he stopped off at Pub Ingles and got a 40 ounce, that was 24 ounce, called the Boss. It's a malt liquor, purple flavor, 14% alcohol from a beer. Yeah, no. We took one sip and I was like, I need that hamburger. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be too strong for me. I don't know how I feel about this. It was funny. So.
Yeah, when you cut off the reverb, that helped me. I couldn't hear, I kept hearing myself, and every time I'd hear myself, I'd stop.
Yeah.
And I'd lose my train of
So,
thought.
do you hear him in there?
I was hearing him and me
But you're only supposed to be
reverbing
hearing
in my
him,
ear.
right?
Huh?
Are you only supposed to be hearing him? Or
No, I think I'm supposed to be hearing them both, but I couldn't.
Gotcha.
I'd rather listen to him. Like I can do my ear like this,
Yeah.
talk and hear him. Because when I was hearing stuff in my ear, I couldn't concentrate.
No, you couldn't tell, but you're getting rattled. You're like, somebody talking, like, oh yeah, it's me. I'm the one talking. And the reverberations was coming from, and I was like, oh yeah, I understand.
So as soon as he cut it off,
It's like the same time when people do speeches.
I started
and
feeling better.
When you have that.
yeah,
So
I started loosening up after he cut it off. Because
you're supposed to be hearing the.
Yeah, that's
self-talk?
how because you can't hear me now, correct?
I can't hear nothing.
No, you just hear yourself.
So
you hear me.
If I do my ear thing like this, where I can hear
you
you.
can, but that's why you're supposed to hear that, because then you're knowing what, like if I bring in certain things to the broadcast, so you can hear the broadcast and anything else like that. So make sure you're not in front of the camera. So you're in front of the camera. That'd be hilarious.
There's 5 minutes.
Yeah. Hit the Wirecast. And never mind, don't do it now. You're fine. If you use the mouse and hit the little hourglass thing, use the mouse,
Yeah.
see the mouse, click on the hourglass down there. No, down on the bottom, the tassel. See that hourglass? Click on that.
Click on it.
Yeah, click on it. Thanks.
We're keeping about
Oh, we have,
50 or 60.
yeah. Which is fine, that's good. I didn't push it out because I didn't know when it was going to drop, and I didn't go out to anybody on that. I got no energy, so I'm tired.
Well, when you told me send it out, I didn't know I could send it out.
Oh, you can send it out. Facebook,
When I,
Twitter.
when I sent it out, I started, everybody started texting me.
Yeah.
They're just watching on their phones.
Yeah, a lot of people. I'll show you. Yeah, there's some watching it on a bigger thing, the tablet wise, but you can tell by the 240 to the 330 to the 480 to the 330 to the 240. The 240s are using phones levels, and they can go a little bit further. So it's interesting to see that.
Let's go, man! We got 3 minutes.
Kicking your butt yet? Kicking your butt yet? You figure out how to do it without Ziplocs. I'm trying to still figure that out. having trouble pooping in the potty.
Yeah.
So, being 3-year-old, you have to be potty trained to go to a 3-year-old. On that part, that's big on that part. But he borderline. He can pee in the potty. He ain't pooped in the potty at all yet. We just don't want to poop. It's one of those things. We've been trying that part. They tell me finally it would be hurting him bad, and I was like, I was sitting there with him. I'm like, hey man, he already had an accident at school, just like a little skid mark accident. That's where he's holding it in, and you can tell that. And he's screaming at me in the car because he's getting gas pains. So I was like, hey man, we just need to go sit down. So we go sit down, and he convinces me he needs to get up. So I get him up, and he's naked. And I put him back on the toilet, and he gets off the toilet. I'm like, buddy, you gotta sit. The third time I picked him up, and the moment I put him on the toilet, I kid you not, it was opening up the gates of hell. And the poop that shot out of his butt that hit that toilet, he was excited that it happened. I cried like, oh my, I almost died right there. It was the most terrifying. I was like, oh, this could have been so bad.
I will tell you about my experience in the woods too.
Okay. You do that. Did you poop in the potty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even had time to take my
I could do that.
It just came out in 2 seconds. I got a little bit on my underwear. I've ripped my underwear all the way.
Shush. I gotta stay focused. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're having way too much fun at halftime. We nearly missed it. They're getting the game started back. I'm glad to have everybody with us here tonight at Anderson Park. WDFL Saturday night. Georgia Hurricanes versus the Atlanta Venom. It's 8-0. Started the third quarter. We'll see how fast it moves. I'm a little tired, a little punchy. We were talking about bad accidents that one might have in awkward situations. I'll say hit us up on Score Sports 58, but I won't be looking. But it's always interesting to know, hey, when things go sideways and you're in situations and the world of number 2 is being called for you. I've been working on my youngest son on potty training, and he achieved a number 2 on the toilet, and it had been a little bit, and we were a little scared. And I tell you, I missed that being showered with number 2. That's all I can say. And I mean, it came close, and hopefully that's able to get his, it's like the first time you ever ride a roller coaster. Once you do it, hey, let's do it again. But that first time, you're like, I don't think so. You want me to sit on this toilet? And I say toilet. You want me to sit on this toilet and not worry about something's going to happen? That's hard. That is a hard thing to do. I can understand that. It's bad in my world. I don't really have IBS. I just have Bo. It's just me. I don't have IBS. I have this. Hey, when things start going sideways, I look for a restroom. I've even actually knocked on a person's door once in the neighborhood. I was like, I had to go.
I'll tell you my story later, Bo.
All right.
We'll save that one for later.
FCC, get on to us. Deep kick.
Nice deep kick. Turning up the middle, good little hit there. About the 25-yard line. Good coverage again.
They did. I mean, I enjoy when special teams can come out of the block like that and be able to cover. And with a deep kick like that, they didn't out-kick the coverage. They're going to start on the 25-yard line. First half, a little recap for everybody. We had a safety in the first quarter. We were flipping the field position constantly, the Atlanta Venom was, but then turnovers. But we were able to actually hold. The defense was able to actually turn over and get a safety, and then the next time the Hurricanes were out, they punted the ball away, and we returned it close to 55 yards for a touchdown. Since then, it's really been a soccer match of nulls, or a love versus love at this point.
My kind of game.
I hear you.
Defense.
Well, that's all we've seen this year, week 5 of Atlanta Venom football. It has been mainly defense.
East Georgia coming out again in that empty set. I don't know if they've made any adjustments at halftime. Doesn't look like it. They're just going to continue to run that quarterback. I hope somebody's driving him home.
Well, if not, I'll sing him a song. Take me home tonight. I don't want to be alone because I'm going to get a cramp. Okay, and I'm gonna get a sword. Did you ever see my sword, by the way?
Yeah,
Did I tell you about it?
Are we on radio,
Yeah,
TV? What are we
Did I tell you about it, though?
No, you never.
Oh, I'll have to show you some pictures. I fell off my stairs, okay? 7 feet and 7 stairs. I didn't touch them. I made it from there to there, landed on my left butt cheek.
Wow.
Yeah, and we took pictures of the progression because the bruise had to work its way out.
Oh, here we go again, Bo. He ain't the set. This poor quarterback. Let's see what he's going to do with it this time. Got a snap to the left. He's going to roll and try to throw, but there comes that defense. Down he goes.
And what's important is they're able to, one, keep coverage from the defense perspective. They're able to actually through left to right, and there is no openings. They're able to actually scurry and will do what they need to. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. He is able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so we're not seeing that the ball's going back 25, 15, and the 10. So they're able to actually keep it together, which is positive in that direction. 3rd down and 10 for the Hurricanes.
Now they've come in with a tight end for the doubles, but they're still empty. Got a little quick pass out to the right side. And
I would say nada, but he did pull something up.
maybe a yard.
Looks like the defensive back for the Venom pulled up a little bit. I am very happy to be back here at Anderson Park. Last week we were at Lenore Church Park over in Snellville, which in many ways is a little bit closer to the old Casa. For those non-Spanish people, that's called house. Making sure we're at the ESPN Deporte. I wanted to make sure we were all relating there on that part. But it's not live, so it's sometimes it's that tape delay which loses its luster. So it's nice to have people join in, know that they're sitting back and listening to us. It's always wonderful. It's 4th down. They caused them punt. 3 and out with the first possession of the second half for the Hurricanes.
Punt. Snaps almost off. High bouncer is fielded after 35. As he gets to the outside, they're pretty good at this. Look at that speed. Bo down the sideline. Nice little hit on the sideline, but they return it into Hurricane territory.
When he started going downhill, when he got to about that 45, that rolling started coming, and he was glad he was able to get stopped there on the 30 because he was coming. And
did you see that speed, Bo?
It did.
I like that speed.
It did.
I used to have that kind of speed.
Yes.
I ran a 4.3.
Yes.
4 days and 3 nights.
I know. It's the old, I was so fast, I could turn the light switch off and get under the covers before the lights went out. And that's how fast I was.
But
I had a remote
they've been
control.
playing some good field position
They are.
tonight.
They flipped it.
Flipped it again.
They always say the most important part of the second half is the first 6 minutes. Who's going to set the tone, what's going to actually happen within the first 2 possessions. The first possession by the Hurricanes was null and void. 3 and out, and a punt occurred, and they were able to flip the field. The Venom was able to.
Let's see if the Venom has made any adjustments to their offensive game. I see a double done again. Good snap. Quarterback's back. Makes a quick throw over the middle. Hits the receiver, but he gets hit across the
Watching any movies lately there, Coach? TV shows?
Nothing new now. TV shows that Below Deck Mediterranean.
Okay.
I'm kind of addicted to that.
2nd down and 10 for the Venom.
Oh, nice little slant right here. Oh, he throws it kind of late over.
I think the ref was going for that ball. He was taking in the opposite direction.
I'm sure the quarterback appreciates the ref stepping up in the middle there, breaking that one up, so it's not intercepted.
I remember one time a ref reached out to his flag and threw it right into my face mask. And I was like, that's not on me, is it? You get a penalty. That hurt my eye. 3rd down and 10.
Again, I see why they're trying to attack the middle right here. They're not keeping very good inside leverage. Quarterback scrambling. Ooh! Tries tries to throw one like a little dunk pass to the running back and nearly throws it right into the defensive lineman's hand.
Any athletic ability on that defensive lineman and being able to have some hands like good defensive end, snatching and going the opposite direction. I'll
That's why he
reminisce.
plays defense.
I know. One of the most amazing things I've ever seen before as a coach, and you were a coach on that same team. We had a player that we were playing against the option, and he grabbed the option out of midair and ran back for a touchdown.
You know, I was very fortunate, Bo, to coach a lot of great defensive linemen. And two of them I can tell you for sure was Michael Hurd, who
Yes.
played at Mississippi State, and Alton Barfield, who went up to schools up in Minnesota. But I tell you what, I wrote on my locker I was semi-retired when they were there because I had to look for things to coach.
Yep. Not in that situation, I would agree.
So, a little high snap on the punt. Punter punts it away down in the coffin in the corner.
Where's the ref
Right
going to
past
say?
the 20.
Yeah, he's going to say probably the 26, 25. He's still backing up.
He was a little rushed.
Yep.
He's a pretty good punter, though, Bo. The times he has punted it.
Well, you would almost want to, you know, and what makes a punter one of those ones where you give an asterisk to a punter and say, hey, watch how he's able to drop it inside the 10 when the field position, you know, when you're punting from your 40. You know, you want to be able to have that opportunity to drop it inside the 10, and unfortunately he shanked it a little bit, getting some added pressure that caused it.
He had a rush there. He had to get it off the pitch.
Well, it's pretty amazing, you know, the Hall of Fame is being inducted tonight. And speaking of kickers, Morton Anderson, a former Atlanta Falcon and New Orleans Saints.
I love that guy.
Oh, I do. You know, but it's amazing, you know, that you got two kickers totally in the Hall of Fame, Ray Guy, and now Morton Anderson. And I think eventually we'd see Adam Vinatieri. I don't know if we'll see anything past that at this point.
Doubles look. Brought in a little extra blocker there. They're still in empty though, but the quarterback scrambles. He's fast. Throws one down the field to an open receiver.
Bounced off his spin.
I'm sure he is sick of his penalty. They haven't hardly made a yard all night. That was their shot, right?
Yeah, it was. It was definitely their shot right there.
I think I saw the quarterback, you know, his shoulders just went down, his head went down. He's like, what else I got to do tonight?
I'm struggling. I'm running because they're now widening out the offense and trying to throw deep. You know, we're 11 minutes. The clock slowed down a little bit. It's not moving as fast because now they're trying to throw and go, pass and run. So it's definitely up in the air.
This front seven of the Venom here, Bo, they're relentless. They get after it every play. And look, it's that nose guard. I keep going back to him. Look at that chest. Damn legs. He's scary in a stance.
He gets that sprinter stance.
Oh, wow, look at that. Defensive end come off the ball, quarterback scrambling up the middle, makes a couple of yards.
No flag on the play. They were able to time that
That's
just
that
right.
fast takeoff.
So next time that lineman's really going to be thinking, I need to get out there. I need to get out there, and he's going to jump and go back 5 yards. Where did he go? Or where did who go?
Where did who go? We're back to the empty trips. One side, and there goes the quarterback scrambling up the middle. Linebacker for the Venom hits the crowd and knocks everybody down, and there's one hurt.
They're going to get him checked. It does look like our first injury of the second half for the Georgia Hurricanes. Hopefully he's okay. I almost think it's more of a knee-based injury at this point based on how he fell down and what he fell on top of him in that part. With that in mind, we'll take a moment. We'll be right back. I'm Bowman Michael. This is Score Sports. WDFS Saturday Night Football.
Why do you always come in makeup?
Close.
Well, there's so many passes.
Well, right now, it's only still 9:30. It's pretty good. 2-hour game right now. Usually my plan is to leave out of here at 10. Usually I can get out of here by 10, get home by 10:45. Kind of what the plan is. And once again, it's only a one possession game. You don't really want to stop it. It's not a killer. And that's even worse. It's not a killer.
You look exactly like Mario. Your boy got swim. What happened? You just like that girl from Waterboy. You just like that girl off of Waterboy who said, who jumped off the bridge. You gave her one for the wall. We know a shortcut.
Coming out of an extended injury timeout, I wanted to show some highlights and some insights of our sponsors, LA Fitness, but most importantly, Atlanta Venom. You were able to actually see some highlights of Atlanta Phoenix football that takes place in the spring, located over on the west side of town. Out of the injury timeout, it's still 8-0. Clock's running, 10 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. They will punt it away. Everybody's yelling for Peter, Paul, and Mary. I enjoyed that group. Sad that they broke up. Change of directions. Ball's on the 46 going in the opposite direction for the Venom. Looks like they're down to 14 players for the Hurricanes right now. It is Iron Man football here at Anderson Park. Coach Hughes, how are you doing?
Bo, I'm seeing there are 14 players on that other team at the moment. You've got orange on.
No.
Why don't you go see if you can borrow a set of shoulder pads? I've seen you in shoulder pads.
No, I have no desire whatsoever. I'm starting to get hives thinking about it. Am I itching all over? I think there might be something I need to take. And unfortunately, you always get that itch a little bit, but no, I'm good. I'll be behind the cameras. 1st and 10 for the Venom.
Oh, look at this.
Look at
we have made the adjustment. Go to approach style set.
High formation.
High formation. Quarterback under center. Let's see if they run it right at him. Of course, we got a full out blitz coming. And they run a little backside power. And ooh! Tackled by the string. Just about to break it. What you mean? We'll see how this works out.
I was watching a fullback making his way down to about the 45 when I realized he was the one that had the ball. He was running like he had the ball.
You know, Bo, my brother Al Hughes, he was a long time, I think he coached for 37, 38 years in the state of Georgia, at 2 schools his whole career.
Right.
That's rare in today's age. But I remember one night at Jones County, him coming out of the spread offense because it wasn't doing anything that night,
Right.
which it was his love was that spread offense.
Right.
Went to the eye, handed it to Patrick Jones. Made 200-something yards that night and got him a scholarship to Arkansas.
Because of
he
that.
was a defensive lineman.
Wow.
Just run it at him. That's what I like as a defensive coordinator. Just run it at him.
Well, the key thing
There
is,
goes backside. Look at the yardage. Now we're rolling off 5 yards there.
it's going to be about a 3rd down and 2 to go for the Venom. Interesting turn of events. Not going to spread it out. We're going to run it. And sometimes running straight ahead at people is much more successful than trying to run east to west, left to right.
Well, this Hurricane team's got a lot of speed and athleticism, but
They're also tired.
they're tired. Run it out. Run it out. Here we go. We got the tailback sneaking up. He's ready to get that ball. He don't want to get back there at 7. He's sneaking up there to 5 because he is getting the ball. Quarterback might have got his way there.
And the point, the mesh point, where the quarterback and the center of that snap is so vital now. If there's not a push by the guard and tackle, and they're able to blow it up, and that's where you're at right now.
I think, it's all about time, and a lot of times those tailbacks need to be back a little bit further in the eye to let it develop.
Yeah, I mean, they're right on top of it.
He's so anxious to get the ball right there. He was
But you can even see
sneaking
that
it.
the coach is taking a moment to breathe for a second, and even though it's only 4th down and about 3 yards to go, they realize, hey, let's punt it.
I think that's one of the best series of the night, though, honestly, besides some good long passes.
Well, but it's offensive-based football. It's a plan. It's important. It's a plan.
Have a little confusion on the punt here, personnel.
You're not supposed to be in there? You're not supposed to be in there? We're looking for one other person, a volunteer. Somebody that would like to play punt team.
Somebody hit somebody. Oh, high snap. Lots of rush. We got a flag already. I'm not sure what that's all about.
I believe the ref was scared, so he threw something up in the air.
He threw it before they got there, so I'm not exactly sure. That might have been
Offside?
might have been a procedure, illegal leadership, illegal formation. Let's see what it's going to call. Because he threw that before the punter looked like he was about to get ready.
There's going to be an automatic 1st down for the Venom, is my guess. They're going to ask him to re-kick. I don't know if you ever want to re-kick. Just for the listening audience, we are on no power, so we're running off our battery. Our battery is being very slim. If this game does not pick up, an eligible man downfield is what they're going to call. They're going to call no. They're not going to. They're going to decline it. It looks like, and they're going to re-kick, which makes no sense to me. I would believe that he's going to have to redo that and say that they did accept it. The only thing I can say is my name is
Sure, what's going on?
Rutro Raggy. Rutro indeed.
Re-kick looks like. Let's see if we get a better snap here, bud.
But the clock is not winding.
Ooh, over his head, little rush again, but the punter gets it off, and that's what I like about him. Look at it roll down the field. Oh, we're going to down it inside the 5.
So we're going to make this a 10-point game.
Now with this Venom defense, I'm expecting points.
Yes, this is going to be a safety. You talk about flipping the field. They flipped it on its 2-yard hit at this point. Glad for everybody to join us here on August 5th, 2017.
getting on the verge of football because we just had our first NFL kickoff Hall of Fame game on Thursday. We had scrimmages in Georgia High School football scrimmages yesterday. Had scrimmages tonight. So football is right around the corner. Hey, Coach, I got tickets to the Falcons now.
All right.
And probably the neatest thing is they're offering an open house for everybody that has tickets to PSLs next Saturday, the 19th, where they're opening it all up and you walk around, find your seat.
Beautiful stadium.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. I look forward to venturing to the Falcons in Arizona on the 26th. All right.
I'm sure they want to get that taste out of their mouth.
You think? Yes. Here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the 3-yard line.
That poor quarterback. I'd hate to be him at this moment. And there he goes. He better throw it fast, and he does. And there is an open receiver. He threads the needle there, Bo.
Yep.
Gets down to about the 19.
Flag on the play, looks
there
like.
Might be a referee.
What I'm concerned about is it's a holding penalty, not a reffing penalty.
I don't think they had time to hold.
No, I don't think so either. But let's see why. I see that it feels like that there's a flag because I'm seeing that there's yellow, but maybe not.
If it's a holding, they need to do it better than that.
No, there is no.
It was a sieve.
Yeah. There is no flag sieve. You know, we don't say that word enough. You know, I haven't heard that statement. That was a sieve right there. It is like somebody opened up. You know, nothing better than filling up a whole bucket full of water and just getting a knife and making a sieve right there.
I'm this hurricane offense kind of looking like that colander offense. You ever seen that?
Yes.
That's where you fill that colander with water and you try to hold your hand to keep it from leaking. You know, it's coming on through no matter what you do.
No matter
Maybe
what.
they get some of that tape, you know, they advertise where it flex on there and slaps it on there. And
well, the hardest part is, I mean, it was looks like a timeout that came out of there. It's hard to tell at this point. A little chaotic, so we're kind of just staying with you the best way we can.
You know, maybe what they should do is the offense just lay down and roll, so at least the defense has to jump over.
Well, the worst part is they're still within time in this game.
That's true.
One
It's
score
still a ball
possession.
game. Still a ball game. Mistakes can happen.
You give me a 2-possession game, then I can start, you know, warming up my chops to get ready to sing. But this is it.
We're doing that stack 3. What is that? It's that 4-3 cover 3. There goes that quarterback. Ooh, getting outside. There goes the eye. Cramps 2 and 3. I believe it's starting to get serious, Bo. I'm feeling a change in this whole game at the moment.
You opened up with the eye with this last series. Now they're running. It's not chance to go. Clock is running. We're excited about that. It's still just a single change of possession, a possession change, and that's it. The best they can do is tie. And granted, we'll witness like 5 overtimes tonight. We'll get home at 1 o'clock. You know, all my food places will be closed. I'll have to eat some sushi at QT. It's not going to be pretty. And
Oh, Bo. Sushi at the QT. I might not see you the next week.
no, you won't. One time I was hungry there, Coach. I grabbed a hot dog at racetrack. Granted, it was 8 o'clock in the morning. That's probably a bad idea. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Oh, look at here.
No, it's not 1st and 10. It's close. Yeah, 1st and 10.
Shift. Back to empty. They can dress it how they want to. Quarterback does a couple 360s, lost one in there. Oh! I guess they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Good hit. I believe the philosophy right now is if you can't beat them, beat them.
Yeah.
I can definitely feel the intensity picking up in the game here.
Are you hearing that noise?
In fact, we're getting 2 claps and a woo again. And I don't know. I might form tackle you here in a minute, Bo.
Well, if you do
Start to
that,
bump me up.
there's a possibility I could double form or shiver you to my kneecaps.
I've had that happen.
Yeah.
I got 2 brothers. One of them
Right.
full arm shiver me, and the other one hit me with the ring.
One thing that your brother always taught me was the hand of God. Pow, right there.
That's that ring across the chest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Made an implant for years.
Worst thing he could ever happen to him was 1980, get a ring, you know.
a little low snap, ball thrown
Oh,
out.
throw and catch. Was able
Tell you
to.
what, they're starting to.
Oh,
He pulls it away. It's going to be a defensive touchdown.
Oh, that was
Wheel.
pretty. That was pretty.
It's that defense, CPR.
Yeah.
Punch, rip the ball out, and take it for the touchdown.
The good thing is I was right there from a footage perspective because I didn't get faked out. I just kept seeing it. I was like, I think he just pulled it out and ran the opposite direction.
You know, Bo, I was talking about those two defensive ends earlier, and how I was like semi-retired, having to try to find something to coach.
Right.
And one practice, my guys were so fast. One of them came off the backside, hit the quarterback, he fumbled. My other guy scooped up. He kind of jogged in the end zone. So looking for something to coach, I started screaming at him. You got to sprint through that end zone. Don't you be jogging into the end zone.
Can't jog.
And when you score, you spank that ball.
Yeah, I'd like to see how that coach would handle
that. Next game.
Yeah, he did that.
Here comes my guy around the end. He knocks that ball out. He scoops up. He sprints and does one of those dives right there into the end zone. Comes up spitting blood.
Oh, great job. Was able to get it through.
Right. There is a flag on the play.
Let's see what the Whitecap has to say. Legal procedure on the offense. They're going to go back 5. He's going to have to re-kick it.
Yeah, but Bo, then I had to, you know, get the wrath from my brother, who was the head coach. You know, he was not happy with me.
No,
You know,
that's what you
he's
get
like,
for-
did you tell him to
He
do
needs to
that?
walk in there. Gingerly walk in there. Gingerly. On his tiptoes. Wiping his toes.
I think I got fired that night, you know.
Yeah.
But Mama helped me get my job back.
Yeah, Mom, that's what moms are there for. You know. My parents got a new puppy dog, and my parents are wonderful parents, but they got a puppy dog that's about yay big, like you could fit on a quarter, and it has piranha-style teeth. Based on any discussion you ask about my mom, that she's lost 7 toes already, based on what this dog has done, and I can do nothing but what you just did, laugh. Oh. It was too high. It was too high. It was too high.
Too high.
Too high.
You mean too long?
No, too high. Too high.
Too high.
With 4 minutes and 57 seconds left to go in the third quarter, your Atlanta Venom take a 14-0 lead over the East Georgia Hurricanes. I'm Bo McMichael. Got David Hughes here. WDFL Saturday Night Football here at Anderson Park. Manning the cameras. It's a small crowd here tonight, but it's a very enjoyable crowd. I'm glad everybody could join us out here tonight, especially here on the YouTube live channel. @ScoreSports58 is the Twitter. Send us any comments that you like. Every now and then we're trying to figure out how to have a call-in caller. You know, call them in and let them join in what they think, you know, of doing that. We gotta have a little bit more prep time. No, don't be looking at the clock. Oh, I would call our other co-hosts.
I got some people that can call
I know.
us.
In a heartbeat, the phone would start ringing. What would you call? And there's not too much of a delay, so they're seeing what we're seeing.
Yeah.
So it's probably about a 5 to 10 second delay at this point. Getting ready for the kickoff. I do enjoy watching this kicker kick. He's a good punter, good kicker. I was hoping that that field goal was going to count for him. That'd have been nice.
Strong leg, that's for sure. There he goes again. He's going to go down. Okay, he's got 14. Oh, he bobbles it. Able to pick it up, but again, great coverage. Keeping them inside the 20. I love it when kickoff teams able to get down the field like that. Draw first blood. I used to call my unit first blood.
Well, I tell you, Rambo Part 2 is always an enjoyable movie. You know, but it's one of those ones that even in collegiate and even in high school, but especially in the NFL, it's always an interesting play, the kickoff. Not sure what's going to actually happen. Is it going to be, is it going to be one of those game-changing moments in a game? And if anything, you want those kickoffs to happen. If you're going to mess up early when it comes to special teams.
Well, it's too many Diet Coke. But Bo, you were coaching with me, I think, when we had Mays beat with 8 seconds left. And
Yes.
We did one of those Georgia squibs.
Yeah, squibbed it all the
we
way back.
squibbed it right to their best athlete
Yeah.
who went untouched, you know.
For a score.
For a score.
Lost the game.
Yeah, kind of hurt our season there,
Yeah.
but, you know.
It's just one of those ones when you get back to the locker room and everybody's trying to, and you got that one coach, Bobby Ramsey. Why are you squibbing it?
Oh, look at there, another defensive touchdown and another dive into the end zone.
We have
And another flip in the air.
opened it up here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes
The
from
air has gone out of the hurricane.
Unfortunately,
They're going to.
the score
They've
is
done
slowing
been
down on that part.
downgraded to tropical depression.
I say some sprinkles. I wouldn't even say tropical depression.
They
Maybe.
look depressed to me, Bo.
Maybe.
That's all I
Hold
know.
on. Okay, that's all I got.
That's all you got.
This is the blow of the wind right there. Blow of the wind. Well, a little bit ago, Coach, we were a possession away from tying this game up and making it. I kept, bringing this game in, saying, "Hey, it's close, it's close, it's close," and I really never felt concerned about it because of the defense of the Venom. But once again, I will reiterate, there has not been a single offensive score tonight. All this is defensive based. These two touchdowns on defense, one touchdown on a punt return, and a safety.
It'd be good film work for the defense coach.
Oh, it is.
That's,
Well, you want to score points.
that's where you get in there, you smile.
Yeah.
It's the offense coach trying to figure out how to score the next week. Ooh, just a bit outside.
Ball 4.
And another one's down, and that must be a cramp.
Oh, it is. It is.
That hurts.
I do believe there could be a sniper in the woods. Took him down from the grassy knoll. I hope it's a cramp. I hope it's a
And
cramp.
then several players standing around him, they would help him, but they're afraid to squat down because they might get a cramp.
Yeah, I agree. We're not laughing at him. We're laughing really next because we've been there.
We've been there.
Yes. The other night I was laying in the bed and I moved sideways and that whole back hammy tightened up. I jumped out of the bed and I was doing toe touches trying to get that thing just to relax.
Big muscles are tough.
They
Big
are.
muscles are tough.
And little small.
Of course, them toes
atrophy.
hurt too.
Oh, they do. Oh, toe cramps.
I once convinced my wife that if she took honey and salt, that her foot cramp would go away.
Right.
She did, and it went away. She thought that was the bomb until she started talking about it in the stands. And she was like, that wasn't real, was it?
No, it was not.
Real.
And I'm not even a proponent of pickle juice, even though I've seen people really move towards that.
Pickle juice and mustard.
If I'd have really thought pickle juice in the eye, one thing that I, as a collegiate player, even a high school player, I always would battle the loss of fluid. Could never get enough water into my
It's the
veins.
vinegar.
Yeah.
The vinegar. A lot of people use apple cider vinegar nowadays. Look at that good. Way back. Field is about the 6-yard line, coming up the side. He's running 50 again.
He got that 30.
Almost out a little bit this time.
He did. Always about the 35-yard line.
A little bit better field position. Maybe now they flip the field position.
I'm not trying to be tired, but I am, and I'm trying to get some energy going. At least they've been able to score twice here, so I'm very appreciative of it here in the third quarter. We got some nice viewership out here. Glad for everybody to join us. Appreciate you throwing us out there on the Facebook and Twitter world there, Coach Hughes. It seemed like we got a couple people to join us. Haven't said anything that could get you in trouble the next day of school. That's good.
I'm trying to make sure, I can't wait to hear what everybody's going to say. I said.
All right. Well, they didn't hear you early on when you kept hearing yourself talk through the mic.
Let's don't talk about it.
I know.
That was pretty rough earlier.
Right.
We had reverb on.
Yeah. And once you get used to it, it's fine. It's just one of those ones. It's important for me to hear you on that part, and for you to hear me. And the only way to do that is to have that reverb. And to have a lot of money. If you had a lot of money, you could run a system that didn't do that.
Yeah.
But that's not going to work.
Yeah.
You know.
I knew coming I wasn't going to be a Howard Cosell. You know, but you know, I'm out here on a Saturday night underneath the lights watching some football. I haven't watched any pro before.
No, this is your first
It's a lot of
pro?
fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a great ticket.
For the timeout for the Georgia Hurricanes right now, I'd like to thank our sponsors, LA Fitness. Yeah, I mean, when we talk about the World Developmental Football League, there's also another league called the Gridiron Developmental Football League. One of the teams that we work with called the Georgia Crush. They're located in Macon, and they actually have a playoff game tonight over in Montgomery, Alabama. Been getting updates on figure out what's going on there, but the Georgia Crush and actually the Atlanta Venom played earlier this year, so it's always nice to see the different leagues get together, and as we talk about the women's professional football league as well. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, starting off 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes, down 20-0. A blink of the eye, I tell you, a blink of the eye. Could be the last timeout, maybe one more timeout remains for the Hurricanes tonight.
All right, they've gone back to this two-back set. I believe they've now gotten away from that empty backfield.
Well, it's 20-0. I'm hoping that they're going to slow it down a little bit.
And
Offsides.
they give them the
That
offside.
defense is just wanting another 7, another 6 points in their bank.
Tell you what, though, that,
What's going on with the ref down there? Has
he
he got
might
the
go
cramps?
down. He might be cramping.
He is. He could be. Could be. It reminds me of the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. Lamb Chop Playhouse for those people way back in the day. Here we go. 1st and 5. Ball right at the 40-yard line with that offside penalty on the Venom.
They're slow to the ball, Bo. They're slow to the ball.
At least the
I
clock
believe
is
they want
running.
to snap it.
I'm excited that the clock is running.
I don't suspect they'll call a delay of game either. Oh, there goes a little triple option look from the gun. Quarterback's made him a few yards there, though.
Going to be 2nd down, about 3. When they will get past the line of scrimmage, maybe get 2 more yards. Now he's going to say he got 1 yard. He's not being nice at all. Do not invite him to your Christmas party, ladies and gentlemen. He is what we call not a giver, he's a taker.
I think it was too much to take that extra step up there, Bo.
I can understand that.
Game's kind of wearing on him, you know.
I'm contemplating Crystals, Krispy Kreme donuts, Popeye's chicken, Zaxby's. I have all these food in my head. This episode has been brought to you by Bo Cakes. When you think foods, think Bo Cakes. There we go. 2nd down, and about 4.
Going back to that two-back set, and they're scooting in, I guess, for protection. Yeah, there you go. And they're sitting there waiting on him on the handoff, and here goes a vicious hit.
The old gain or lose ground to gain ground did not go well in that thought process.
They're really going to have to do something much quicker, though.
Well, you got to go straight ahead. If anything, that's the only way the hole is going to open. Nothing has proven anything in this game that left or right or any type of delayed sweep is going to offer any type of thing. They're going to call their last timeout based on what we're seeing here. The last timeout for the Hurricanes. With that, we'll go to our sponsors. We appreciate everybody joining us. Our sponsor tonight is LA Fitness. And then brought to you by Zero Powerade. When you're in the need for drinks, think about Zero Powerade and ask your friend to stop at the QT to pick some up. And then, hey, he'll take care of you. He won't get you a payday, but he'll get some peanuts and a Coke. We'll be right back. They got no more timeouts. That's it for them. I think they about done.
They're ready for it to be over.
Yeah.
Were they in?
No. Yeah. They might do a running clock, but they can. It's hard to tell. Like I would coach women's football, and one team
quit 3 times in a game. Kept trying to quit, and they were like, and we just trying to keep us playing. They finally, halfway through the 3rd quarter, were like, we done. We done. It was 77 to nothing. It was rough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out of the last timeout for the East Hurricanes.
With 2 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, they are just trying to get their energy level to a certain point. And I'm pretty sure they have not received that.
Back to the 2-back set, Bo. Max protect. Quarterback's taking a little long. He's going to be sacked and lose some yardage.
Lost yardage on that last play of about 15 yards. Got back about 5 more yards on that play. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down and about 13 to go. It does look like they will go for it and not punt the ball away, but unsure at this point.
They're lining up in an offensive
Based on the green cone, it does look like it's going to be 4th down.
Venom needs to bring their safety up.
But maybe they're looking for a quick kick.
They're looking for a quick kick. Venom coaches are hollering. They're not, well, there's a quick kick.
He's going to pick it up. Oh, he wants to so bad. You can tell that, and everybody's yelling, get away from it. Get away from it. Nothing good
At this
comes.
point, we don't need anything bad to happen.
No, nothing good comes of a dropped ball on the ground. Everybody's like looking at it going, you know, I can pick that thing up and run with it. And that ball's like, come on, I dare you to pick me up, ball. Come on, pick me up and run. And it doesn't matter if that guy picks up and runs 60 yards for a touchdown, that coach is still going, please don't pick that ball up. What are you thinking? Do not pick that ball up.
They get him in film session, you know. And
You hope that they say, hey, you didn't catch it.
then he pat him on the back later.
Yeah, that was a great run. I couldn't have done it. I was very impressed with that. All right, 1st and 10 for the Venom. Minute 27 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. We are on borrowed time, ladies and gentlemen. Our energy level is low. Our power is about to go out. If this game is going to carry on, we might have to see what the 4th quarter offers tomorrow on the upload. We deeply apologize for that, but the power is not working at the main circuit breaker, so we're just hanging in there, living off our own power. Somebody talked about the CNC Music Factory saying, we got the power, not tonight.
We've gone back to the eye. They came with a blitz. Something was a little early. Not sure exactly what.
Don't feel like Big Man needs to waste his energy pellets and run a 30 yards for the touchdown.
Let's call that on offense.
Yep.
Somebody moving in the interior. They're trying to pick up that blitz.
They were.
First 15, though, that's not what we need right here. I'd like to see them drive the ball here.
Well, they open it up.
Tailbacks need to scoot it back a little bit.
Live formation. Let's see what they do. Toss
Got
sweep.
the little toss sweep, a little low, but he feels it and gets outside, and he's turning the corner.
Ball's on the ground. Turnover on down. Based on what I just saw there, the ball went up in the air, stripped out by the tailback. The Hurricanes take over right around the 43-yard line.
That might be that field position the Hurricanes need, though. A little momentum.
Are you trying to bait viewers right now? Are you trying to bait them to maybe hang around with us through the 4th quarter? No.
I don't do this very often.
You never, yeah. You might, hey, be careful.
I need some people
You're
listen.
so back up on us next Saturday. If this game is at Anderson Park, you'll be with me on Saturday. I'm bringing it'll be just me and you and a dog named Boo, and we'll sit here right here and call this game. If I can convince Coach Collins to show up, I'll have both y'all there, and I can just enjoy breathing.
What would the broadcast be without both?
No, we'd be all right with that. We'd be definitely all right with that. Here we go, 1st and 10.
They've gone back to their empty. Try to make a quick pass, little slant. Did he hold on?
He did hold on. The DB,
Little yards there. That's
he
tough
stepped in.
yard.
It was. He stepped in for it. Clock is running. We're under 1 minute left to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd quarter was a long quarter for us. It lasted roughly about 45 minutes.
We're going to have a substitution. Yeah, I don't see a flag going though. They got him off.
They tried to.
Another little quick pass, Bo. That was something I felt like earlier they should be doing. Just quick, or trying
If
to
they're
get
going to
somebody
spread everybody
in
out.
space.
Right. And run a two-man passing game.
Athlete.
Right. And we're kind of a little bit too late for that. Down 20-0. 2 defensive turnovers here in the third quarter, equal to 2 touchdowns for the Venom. Really opened up the game. It was 8-0 with about 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Another ball was tipped going across the middle.
I think three Venom defenders touched that.
3 of them.
Third down for the Hurricanes.
Third and long, not where they want to be again.
Especially after that turnover on the sweep by the Venom. They're going to actually fourth down. We're going to say fourth down if they're lining up for this.
Fourth down, they're punting from short. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Fake who the punter was going to be there,
and do a little
or maybe
quick
he
hit.
was looking for the high snap. I don't know.
And he just grabbed it. It's a good thought process. 1st and 10 right around the 16-yard line for the Venom. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I have not had a drink. It's not been an hour ago. If anybody can name that movie, ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you tweet me at ScoreSports58 with the name of that movie where that song originated from.
I was watching it last week.
Where you can set
A little
hashtag
marathon on one of them movie channels.
Bo at the movies. And I'll search for it. Hashtag Bo B-O at the movies. If you can name that, I'll send you a hey, great job. Because I got no money. Got no money. 1st and 10 for the Venom.
No, I heard you had money on the hip, can't hide it.
Well, because that bruise. I mean, I can't put anything on my hip nowadays. Nothing on my hip. I mean, it is definitely.
I bet that bruise wasn't from falling off the stairs. I bet it was from fat line.
Yeah.
Here we go in that I formation. There goes that tailback sneaking up again, Bo. He's wanting that ball. There goes strong side, ISO. Big guy leads through, makes a good block, and makes 2 yards.
We're at about 5 yards on the play. It's going to be the end of the third quarter with that play. End of the third quarter. They're not going to be able to get back on the ball. Last 10 seconds of the third quarter will be tying down. Once again, I appreciate everybody joining with us. We'll be here in the fourth quarter. It is a low battery across the board. But hey, we're here until the very end, at least until we get cut off. Fourth quarter action. Venom 20, Hurricane 0. Score Sports, we'll be right back. LA Fitness is our sponsor. So we'll know, other than that shutting down, that light comes off. Straight light. I'm pretty impressed that we went this long, to be honest with you.
I may be the only one awake going home. This has been fun.
Well, I appreciate you coming out. You do a great job, man. It's also a one of those I can check that on the presser. Yeah, whether we like it or not, let me get them. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out of the third quarter change of possessions, or change of quarter, other side of the field, it's fourth quarter action.
That's a big old fullback there, Bo. He can lead up in that hole. It goes on a tall sweep. He's leading out there. Ooh, good little hurdle there.
Going to be 3rd down and about 2 on the play. 3rd down and 2 on the play for the Venom. Clock will be running. hopefully it'll be a running clock and we'll be out of here in 15 minutes or so. If not, I believe there'll be some type of food to partake in somewhere.
I guess I'll have to get a bologna sandwich at home.
Ooh, a fried bologna sandwich. I would
Cut
kiss
that
a
little
frog.
cross in the middle.
Oh, I'd kiss a frog for that. I would kiss a
American
frog.
single cheese on there.
You start talking that, somebody's gonna get snuggled. That's all I can say. Stop talking that food to me.
And my wife, she makes the best sweet food ever.
I appreciate
One of
that.
the reasons I married her.
Yeah. Everybody has to have a reason, so that's good. I'm glad you went with one.
Here we go, we're in pro set again, pro I. Oh, we'll drop back, play action pass, and doesn't get it off. Not sure who he was looking for in that, but it looked covered up.
I think he was contemplating throwing deep and then said, I really don't need an INT added to my stats tonight. I will just take a nice gain of 0.
Typically see when they do that play action pass, you drop straight back or you bootleg off of it. He rolled with it and rolled right into the teeth of wherever
Wherever it was. Right. Nothing better than running into a bootleg and the end defensive man stays home on the bootleg and they both looking at each other going, hey, are you coming over for Sunday for dinner? And it's like, hey, you're going to invite me? I mean, it's just, 2 men on an island.
Oh, here we go. We're running 2 or 3 men off. I'm not sure yet.
We're not allowed to have 15. He's like, oh, we're going for it.
I'm interested to see this punt. Oh, if they get him a snap. There he goes. Calls a snap. He gets off the shank kick. It looks like the Hurricanes going to end up with some of their best field position of the night.
If not the best, on the 19-yard line of the Venom.
Let's see what they're going to do here, Bo. I believe with them that close, I might take a shot in the end zone just to see. Quick shot in the end zone, the long side kick.
Well, the only thing we can go for is the Hurricanes will not be calling timeout. They have no more timeout. They're going to take their time. Everybody seems to be wanting to take their time at this point, but we're not going to talk about the time. Even though I enjoy a good Cyndi Lauper song, Time After Time. Another song that I really enjoy is Time in a Bottle. First and 10 for the Hurricanes, right on the 19.
Got that empty set again. Let's see if they take a shot. No. A little quarterback draw up the middle, right in the teeth of that front 7 again. I'm really impressed with the quarterback. He's got that kind of endurance on a hot summer night in Georgia.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it is more humid probably in Augusta. He probably works out
It's
quite
a
bit.
dry humid in Augusta
It's
because
dry
it's near the Savannah River, so I mean, you do what you need to. Second down and about 9.5, maybe 9 3/4.
There we go again in empty, and there goes the quarterback again. He looks like he's running for his life. He gets outside, they tackle him out of bounds.
Gain of about 2 yards on the play. That would be his worth of life at this point. For running for his life, he was able to gain 2 yards. Now, if I was to whisper very quietly, Coach Hughes cannot hear me because he took his reverberation off. So I can really just talk about him and let him answer a question, which wouldn't have anything to do with it. It would be nice.
Here we go. We're going doubles with a tight end this time. Bringing in an extra blocker for Max Tech.
Interception.
And he throws it over the middle for an interception. Caught on one and hit. Here we go. We're off to the races. Going down. Oh, pushed out of bounds about the 50, but it's going to be interesting where the referees spot him because they're all walking up there. They're tired. I believe they're cramping. So I'm not sure where they're going to mark that one out at.
Where he said he went out at.
They're all debating on who's going to walk up there to see. And it looks like it's going to be on the Venom 46-yard line.
Well, once again, the best field position of the night for the Hurricanes ended with a turnover. And that turnover ended with an interception running back close to 45 yards by the Venom defense. This defense of the Atlanta Venom knows when to hold them, knows when to fold them, and knows when to walk away. And run down the sideline for a 40-yard gain on the interception. If I could have anything, I'm not a person that asks for a lot. You know, I have red hair, I'm bald. You know, I mean, it's a double negative. I'm excited. But the most important thing I'd like to see is the Venom get a touchdown. Some type of offensive score before we end tonight, and then that's a successful game.
They did a little twist here, Bo. They're going with that pistol, gun, pistol. Oh, snap. Kind of wild. And quarterback follows up the running backs. Maybe make a couple of yards there.
I know our two gentlemen trainers are working on their filming agreed to this and then went, yeah, I probably should have rethought this. I'm a little tired. This has been a long day. I'm watching paint dry out here, and I need some food.
I drove them up here, Bo.
I know.
So I'm sure they'll be asleep while I'm driving.
I know. And you've got to go at least 2 more exits further than me.
Even though, and tonight, see, we're missing Friday nights. You know,
Yeah.
Bryce and I are team up. Andrew was with us last year, and we did
Where would y'all stop?
DJ Baby Drew
Uh-huh.
on 96.1.
So at least you'd sing as you go. Here we go, 2nd and 10 for the Venom.
Drop back to pass, Max protect, gets the ball out to the flats here. He's going to make a couple yards, but be driven back and dumped into the ground.
Roughly about 3rd down and 5. It's a 2-yard gain, 2.5-yard gain for the Venom. Ball right at the 50-yard line. Call that midfield, center court, top of the ice. In the middle of the green, ready for the putt. Hopefully there will not be a net foul. We're pretty excited that we're getting close to the 10-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. 3rd down and about 5. Glad to have you still with us. Anderson Park, WDFL Saturday Night Football.
Got gun, pistol with the back set to the weak side. Max protection. Quarterback drops back. He throws an interception out here in the flat. Number 8 again. I believe that's his 2nd interception. He's running 30 yards one way. Now he's breaking back across the field. He's trying to score for their team.
And the power pellets went out probably at midfield based on that he ran 50 one way and 30 the other. 80-yard run, they calculated to about 20.
I believe at this point, Bo, they'd have had to carry me off the stretcher right there.
I would agree with you on that. I'm tired and need something to eat just watching out there. All right. The Hurricanes take over based on that interception.
Let's see if they can get a little offense going, Bo. They need, if they're going back to Augusta tonight, they're going to need something to,
Kick up a little bit.
yeah.
There's not enough Monster drink or 5 Energy drink to get me through that part.
We need to have at least a good discussion about something.
All right, here we go.
Here they go back in that empty set. I believe this quarterback needs to compete in some Iron Man competition. Might be a next.
It is. It's called the Venom defense.
It's been venomous, that's for sure. Look at that. Oh, my word. He throws it up for grabs. It's bouncing around in the air. How? Somebody comes away with it, but I believe they've called it incomplete. That was a jump ball.
Was. And basketball season ended several months ago, so nobody get confused by Coach
use his reference basketball. I try to get him to commentate some games with me in the basketball world. Maybe I can get him to eventually venture over and come join me on a game if he's realizing that he's not too camera shy. He can call a little basketball, a little round ball here in the wintertime.
I believe if I was commentating basketball, the only dribbling would be coming out of my mouth.
The best thing I do is go boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka.
First down and 10, or second down and 10 for the Hurricane. 2
claps and a flare. 2 claps.
Dribbled.
Ooh, long ball thrown down the field. There's another interception. Oh, and he flips. I think they're going to call him down. He would have had 2 lead blockers.
All right.
Called the interception down on about the 13-yard line, maybe. Not quite sure where they're going to mark that. They're all referees aren't too anxious to move.
I have a feeling we're at a point of no return. The swapping back and forth of these turnovers has made this game last even longer than need be. Red War and Peace. We've even watched Ben-Hur 7 times. It's been a long night. On the positive note, the Venom will improve to 2-3 on the season, looking to gain that 500 next week, getting to 500 of 3-3. This is a good and solid victory for the Atlanta Venom. I'm a little disappointed that we haven't seen an offensive touchdown yet this season, but 2-3, I'll take it. I'll put it in my pocket. I'll save it for next week, and I'm glad for that. With 8 minutes and 19 seconds to go, it does. We are about to run out, so I am kind of putting some closure to this. So if we did it, you can understand that we'll be back next week. I say that in the hopes that I won't be, I really do enjoy helping out Atlanta Venom, and I help out. I appreciate the sponsorship of the LA Fitness as well. And Score Sports really does enjoy being a part of this growth of this football program here in Atlanta. 1st and 10 for the Venom.
Well, they come out of their eye look, and they back to their doubles one back. They get a little toss sweep out here to the back. He's going to be chased down behind the line. Ooh, he's going to break a few tackles. And now he's coming up the sideline. Started to speak too soon.
I felt like he stepped out right around the 30. They're going to say run the clock, which is a good thing. Felt like he might have stepped out of the 22, but the ref said, hey, let him run. See what comes up. First and 10 for the Venom. I tend to enjoy doing the robot when I'm talking. It helps me stay awake. Rogato, Mr. Roboto. Here we go, 1st and 10.
A little motion into a 2-back set.
Oh, nice.
To the outside with the lead blocker down the side. Oh, they claim that he stepped out.
Probably about the 50 would be my guess. No, it's going to say the 45.
He was still on about the, he's almost at the numbers at that point.
I don't know about that there, Mr. Ref.
They still gave him a 1st down, but I don't know about the spot. I don't think he wanted to walk all the way down where the ball actually
But who can blame him? I'm telling you, that turf is at least 5 degrees hotter down there than it is up here.
Yeah.
I enjoy a good foot massage. How about you? Do you like people touching your toes?
Yeah, no.
I will pay somebody $25 to pop my toes.
Oh, my word.
That is just heaven. My eyes
That's totally great.
Yeah, all right, mister. I'm going to eat a sandwich after I bait a worm hook, okay? All right, they're totally gross. Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Venom.
All right, we got a double set with a little motion back to the 2-back, little misdirection look going, and quarterback's just being fumbled in the backfield. I believe he fumbled the ball.
I would believe so too, and it looks like it's going to be. Well, I almost felt like he was going to pull it and toss it. It felt like it was a toss going out there on the option and just didn't happen.
And there it. wasn't sure if the back was set wrong.
No, I mean, and they were getting pressure up the field, so he pulled that back in and then got the ball ripped from him.
We had the back set to the motion. So I don't know if they was going to fake it and run that option away.
Fake it till you make it. All right, 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes. We are under 5 minutes, and we're going to stay with us. Hopefully, based on the percentage, we're at 7% at 5 minutes. It is going to go down to the wire.
Bo, I'm noticing this is at 7. I'm more like 3.
Oh, I'm 2.5 on a good day. I mean, for those people that want to know a good joke, tomorrow when you look at your significant other or your friends, hey, ask them, how do you find Will Smith if he was in the snow? Just ask them that question and say, hey, you look for his Fresh Prince. And if they, I know, it's good, it's good, it's good. It's about as good as how do you know that Tigger stinks? How do you know that Tigger stinks? He plays with poo. All right, here we go. I'll be here next Saturday night, same time, same bat channel. 1st and 10.
Oh, we went empty, but we're going all Burks right here. Man open, oh, just a little overthrow.
Oh, he was trying to. He looked like he was the only one able to get down there. He had the Jets going on. Clock is running on an incomplete. They're not going to slow it down, which is very nice. Lately, they've been incompleting it and stopping the clock. I will give him a snuggle and a hug, Mr. Whitecat. Glad to have everybody with us. Hopefully we'll be back here at Anderson Park next Saturday night.
Going back to that empty look, Bo, I don't know if I just keep, since the clock's running, I just keep taking shots. Keep taking shots. There it goes again. Ain't nobody down there though. They already ran once.
There
They want to ride twice.
he's like, I got a cramp.
They looked at that quarterback and like, are you serious?
We gonna run this again? I don't think so.
Throw it to me out here this time. I'll run the next one.
Yeah.
I just did a 50-yard sprint. Losing 20-0, late 4th quarter. I'm tired. Just throw it out here.
And don't take me to go to LA Fitness, because even though they're our sponsor, I do not need to get on any treadmill tonight. No elliptical at all.
I believe they've changed quarterbacks here, but
They have. He's a very tough
quarterback. Let's see what's happening. Oh, there he goes running now already. Yep, and then he passes one. I think interception about the 20-yard line. He's a running and stumbling, pulling people and down.
at the 27-yard line, or the 37-yard line for the Venom. Seen 5 interceptions tonight by the Venom defense. At least 3 turnovers on the fumble side. Turned into scores on 2 touchdowns. Great. Under the 3-minute mark. We're getting close to the very end. Appreciate everybody joining us. Glad we could be here tonight at Anderson Park, WDFL, Saturday Night Football. My host, co-host, David Hughes.
Oh, I just noticed that that quarterback that just came in, he's got 100% completion rate.
With the other team.
That's positive.
Yeah, with the other team. All right, there,
His
Matt.
dad's good, 100% completion rate.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, what do you do here, Bo? What do you do? Let the clock run. Try not to let anybody get hurt.
That's the rumor.
Is there a 2-minute warning here?
Yes, it is. Should be balls on the ground.
Balls on the ground. Ooh, that's the. Watch your ankle.
As long as it's not his pants on the ground, it's just the balls on the ground. 2-minute warning goes that. With that, we'll take our last time out of the night to LA Fitness. I'm Bubba Michael, Score Sports. Glad to have you with us. We'll be right back.
How am I doing, bro?
Okay. Hey, Bryce, in the game, there's a plug down there at that big light post. That's our cords. It goes straight up here. Just wrap it up in an arm. You can go ahead and head down there. It's 2 cords. You can put them all together and it'll go in that red bucket right there, okay? You go when the clock sounds, count to 10, and I'll already have us clicked off. Okay?
So, talk to what?
When the clock gets to 0,
Yeah.
count to 10 in your head and then unplug. How about I'll do this?
Yeah.
That works too.
When he says snow, slow, Santa sleigh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out of that 2-minute warning.
Oh, here we go. Got a little doubles loop. Hand to the running back up the middle. We're going up the middle. We'll make a few yards there.
Clock is running. Austin is hanging in there, / Andrew. Bryce is hanging in there, / Whitlock.
Go back to that quick on the ball, high pace. Hoping they let the clock run.
No, they want to get that opportunity. They're trying to get a score. Trying to get a score, Coach. What they're trying to do, and they know that they at least maybe not even give the ball back at this point. It's going to be 3rd down, if I can see the cone.
Call it 12.
3rd down and 12. Under 1 minute left to go in the game. Don't call it a comeback. We've been here for days.
They led from start to finish.
They did.
The first time this year.
That is. They've only won one game, and they won it in the last 54 seconds of the game. So they've been leading for 4 quarters and 54 seconds. But something's got to start somewhere. Last play of the game here. Handoff. He's trying to find some room.
Ooh, big hit.
I'm going to get his last punch in. And that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see them running another play. That is, got a little cough in my voice. Everything's okay. We are ending this game. It's been a wonderful experience. LA Fitness, thank you for sponsoring Atlanta Venom. Thank you, David Hughes, for joining me tonight. It's been hey, no problem, man. It's part of my job. It's what I don't do that matters. I'm Bo McMichael, Atlanta Venom, WDFL, Saturday Night Football. We'll be here live next week. Come join us. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
All right. Alright, how can I help?
Oh, headphones.
You can take the headphones in here.
What do you do with the cord?
Just wrap them around the thing.
You do?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. As much as I don't like it. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll leave a little slack on there.
Do that a second time.
Headphones in here.
Break the tripod down.
Alright. Want me to stop recording?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Stop.